Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Bluegrass Auto 250 presented by Buttkicker here at the Texas Motor Speedway. Going to ride on board here with a couple of drivers right now that's out on the track. I see Brandon Robertson is currently out here on the track. Go ahead and ride on board with him. He is currently setting the fastest time in the session. Brandon Robertson, last week's winner, currently sitting with a 29.83, so currently sitting in that first place position. You see Trenton Jump sitting in that second place position with Ryan Smith in that third. Josh Abbey's out on track right now, so let's see if I want to say that was Brandon Robertson's last qualifying lap, so he might be done for it. Yeah, it looks like he's pulling it down pit lane, so he's going to go ahead and hold that pole for right now. He's going to ride on board here with Josh Abbey.
And Josh Abbey going to be riding in that number 5 machine here tonight, that Toyota Camry. Hot looking machine that number 5 is. We're going to be seeing a lot of drivers in the field. This is normal to seeing a couple truck drivers in the field, the order tonight. So it's going to be fun to see them mix it up here at Texas. A little bit more experience. Some of the guys in the trucks, just a whole different beast here to tame in these Cup cars, man. So it is going to be a fun race here at Texas early as hit Josh Abbey. Let's see what he's going to run. He is going to run a 30.495 was his actual lap. That's going to put him P4 back of the last of all the drivers that have qualified, and that is 4. So we'll see what that does. Set Josh Abbey as Matt Grenier is going to set his lap at a 29.96. So that 15 machine, he's going to be rolling in third place right now. Is Jimmy Allen going to set himself up in second place, as well as David Brackett going to put himself up in fifth. So look at that, Josh Abbey just set pole position.
Yeah, right behind him, that 96 Dylan Butler, one of those drivers that we're always on the lookout for. Currently sitting in that second place position. But as I say that, Matt Grenier going to pull himself into that second place position. So he's going to better himself on that lap. But Jimmy Allen's going to also better himself. So he's going to pull himself up into that second place position.
Yeah, looks like we got a little bit of battle here early, Chris. These qualifying runs, they just keep changing up the order here, back to back to back. It's fun to see these drivers now starting to pick up that pace here as we're getting ready to run. This will be into the round of 8, correct?
So yeah, this will be going into the round of 8. So this will end the round of 12 tonight.
So yeah, I mean it's kind of do or die here tonight. So it's gonna be fun to see how these drivers adapt, how they're gonna take tonight in stride. We're gonna see a lot of different runs here coming early. We're gonna see drivers maybe wanting to take some runs that maybe they shouldn't. You don't know. Here at Texas, it's hard to pass later in the run on those older tires. So you're gonna see a lot of your moves here made early in the run, and gonna see that low lane really working. And so we'll go ahead and run through your championship standings here, as Chris is throwing that up on the screen for you beautiful viewers at home. Is you're seeing Jimmy Allen sit in that first place position, currently with 2 wins, but only 5 points behind him is a man we had it in the booth last night. Jon Schwartz, is he's going to be sitting in that second place position. He's got 5 wins on the season. He's been picking up that momentum here very, very hard in the late season. Alex Huffman, Huffies, he's going to be sitting in third place. Still hasn't picked up that win yet on the season, but he's only 7 points behind Jimmy Allen in the points lead. And then it's going to be Trenton Jump in 4th, Matt Grenier in that 5th position with Scott Fritz in 6th, Wyatt Brackett in 7th, Dylan Butler in 8th, and on the cutoff line here on the bubble, you got Frankie Barroso, Mo Abhat, Justin Winters tied for 10th, and Casey Barlow in 12th. So last night in the truck race, we saw one of the bubble guys, Daniel Worthington, that 113 that is, actually in the field here tonight. He picked up the win on the bubble in the playoffs, and it was a very big surprise for everybody. We know Schwartz called it out before the race that someone like him needed a big run, and crazy to see that he did win. So Schwartz just had an eye out for him, man. He knew it needed to happen, and it happened. And just shows you the driver knowledge from some of these guys, and it was cool to see, man. Everybody congratulating that 113. So be cool to see if we see a win from Frankie Barroso, Mo Abhat, Justin Winters, or Casey Barlow. Mo and Casey still haven't picked up a season win, so if they were to pick up the win here, that'd be number 1, their first win and then get him into the playoffs, man. So that'd be some big money right there, and good motivation just going into the round of 8.
Yeah, do want to apologize if the paints were messed up. I was refreshing everything whenever I restarted my computer, and trading paints did not get opened up. So if there are a couple of paints that are off, I do apologize. They should refresh here in a few seconds. As we see Alex Huffman out here on track, currently setting himself into that 5th place position.
Yeah, he's rolling past. That was just the end of his lap. He is on his cooldown. As it looks like Jonathan Schwartz just set his first lap. 29.83, that number 95 machine. Going to roll it out of turn number 2. We'll see if he's able to better himself on his second lap like some of these drivers have been able to do tonight. As he is going to blast on the back straightaway. That 95 coming in tonight pretty motivated. He was excited to be up in the booth last night. Did a great job up here. And said he came away with a lot of information after the race. So expecting to see that 95 moving through the field here soon. And picking up a good little finish as he is going to better his second lap action. That's going to set up currently in 3rd. Out of the 12 drivers that have qualified at the moment, 29.705 for that 95 of Jonathan Schwartz. That is going to place him in that P3 position. Looks like he already teleported back to pits. We'll go on board here with Scott Fritz. He is on his outlap, that number 1 machine. We know Scott Fritz, man. He's always talking about how he's not good on the asphalt, man. But shoot, that's a lot. 2 season wins. Scott Fritz is rolling, man. He has had a good little season this year in that Ford Mustang. We'll see if he's able to pick up another win here tonight. Currently sitting 6th in the points, as he is going to hit the stripe for his first counted lap. 31.030. That's going to currently sit him at the tail end of the field, P13 at the moment. See if Scott Fritz able to better himself on that second lap as he is hooking that bottom line. Getting a good little run down the back straightaway here. And Chris, I'm expecting us to see a lot of those yellow banners up here in the top 10 like we did the truck race last night. What are you expecting to see here as we go into the race here early?
Yeah, it's going to be like you said. A lot of these yellow banners are going to be up here in the front. I'm looking for Scott Fritz to do a little bit of damage here tonight. He's
P6.
Yeah, P6. He's one of those drivers that needs to get his butt in gear, as everybody would say, because he's he's not far back, but he's starting to get shuffled back. So he definitely needs to be one of those drivers that starts getting into the flow. But John Kinder here, one of those drivers that get knocked out at Darlington, I want to say.
It was.
Yeah, in Darlington. So one of those drivers that got knocked out, but good to see him. It's actually our first Bluegrass driver in the booth. So John Kinder's always welcome up here. It's good to have him up here in the booth, and good to be able to see him out here on the track as he's going to set himself in that 7th position. So John Kinder's going to set himself up there in that top 10. But Adam Lancaster, also a driver that we've had in the booth, currently sitting in that 12th position. Don't know if he's going to be able to better himself.
Nope, that was his last lap. 29.996. Here comes Justin Winters. One of the drivers on the cut line, currently tied in 10th position with Mo Abhat. He's 5 points off that cut line, man, but picking up a good top 3, top 2, maybe, having to pick up the win here. We'll have to see what Justin Winters is going to do in that 52 machine, man. We're going to have a lot of guys in the top 10, top 5 up there. So it's going to be a hard race for him. But we know that 52 machine usually finds his way to the front somehow. So see if Justin Winters is able to capitalize on it tonight like he has 2 times this season. Or excuse me, 1 time this season. And pick up his 2nd win of the season in that Allen's Body Shop 52 Chevy Camaro.
Yeah, maybe Sarah Mays needs to go over there and start talking some sense into him, get him to get into gear and get up there and get a win again. I do see that we do have some people in the Facebook chat here. Troy Kedler, good to have you watching again, man. Ashton Reck, hey, I'm new to the group. Hopefully going to race with you guys next season. Good to have you here, Ashton. Jenny Johnson, you go Tyler Johnson. So good to have you guys on that Facebook chat and also in the YouTube. If y'all are on YouTube, go ahead and do some shout outs. Let's see some shout outs for the drivers that you want to see win, championship drivers that are going on, or just if you want to talk, we're here to talk.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's going to be a good night here tonight at Texas. Going to see a good little shootout here from the Bluegrass Cup guys, as this is going into the round of 8, man. This is the cutoff race for that round of 8, so we're going to see some good drivers getting taken out of it, man, and we're going to see some drivers that maybe not expecting to see up there, hopefully. Up there, it's going to be a night that you're not going to know what's going to happen until that 167th lap sees the checkered, so it's going to be good. It's going to be good. You're not going to want to miss any of this action, so definitely, if you've got friends on that Facebook platform, hit that share button, send it in Messenger, do whatever you need to do. Let your racing friends know that we're about to have a banging race going on. This is about to be a good race, and you're not going to want to miss it. It is going to be one for the ages here. I feel like as the trucks put on one heck of a show last night, and I know these Cup guys, usually when the truck race is very, very good, that Cup race follows up just as good and even better. We get to see a lot more action, so expecting that here at Texas, man. We know that's one of those tracks that here in the early run, it's going to be very packed up. Maybe in the later run, spread out a little bit, but it's going to be fun to see those fuel strategy, tire strategies come to mix here in the mid run and under these green flag pit stops. These drivers use those big brains here at Texas.
Yeah, I do see Sarah Mays in the YouTube chat. She said she did get into his ear earlier, so there you go, Sarah. Good getting into that ear. And then I also see Anita in here. Go Jimmy. So good to have you here again, Anita. Both of y'all in YouTube chat. Also, we got Chris in chat, YouTube chat, Grenier and Robertson. Let's go. So good to have you again, Chris.
It's Frankie Barroso going to set himself in second place right there, baby. 29.703. That's going to put that 12 Mark II Aerospace Chevy Camaro up in that second place position. Frankie Barroso. We were talking about those cut line drivers, Chris. Look at that.
Currently sitting in that not in place position. He definitely needs a good top 5 finish to be able to move up and get out of that cut. But look at that, Frankie looking for that win. Definitely, he's one of those drivers that we look out for, because he'll just sneak up on you and be up there in the front before you know it.
Indeed. Well, it looks like we have about a minute and a half left of qualifying here, as we've got a couple drivers that still are left to qualify. And it looks like Mo Abhat out right now, as we're going to catch him on his second lap. Looks like he might have gotten if that was his first lap, this is his second lap. My fault. I thought he was going to lap 3. As he's going to set his first lap at a 30.419. We'll see what he does set his second lap at that 48 Allen machine. We'll see if he picks up the pace here on this lap number 2. If he's able to put it down here, as he's going to wheel it into turn 3. Get to the apron in turn number 4. Wash up just a little bit. Get high and tight to the wall here. Shoot it down towards this grass. And let's see, Mo Abhat going to pick up a 29.925. That is going to net him P13. So a little bit of a pace, difference from lap number 1. Got about a couple tenths out of it and moved himself up into P13 from that 18th spot. So those 5 positions early can still do you good. P13, not too bad for Mo Abhat. We'll see where he's another one of those drivers like Frankie Barroso, Chris. He's up there quick. All right, so we got about 10 seconds here. Actually, excuse me, 1 second. As the Bluegrass Auto 150 getting gridded up here. Excuse me, 250 and getting gridded up here, as Josh Abbey going to be sitting on the pole here tonight, as we're going to let the cars get gridded up before we run into the grid lineup. Is this race is presented by Buttkicker, that jumped on into the league as a sponsor. So thank you, Buttkicker, as they are presenting this race here, the Bluegrass Auto 250. So it looks like we got some of our field getting gridded up here, Chris. If you want to get ready to go ahead and run through our qualifying grid here tonight, as you see lined up behind that Ford Mustang iRacing pace car, it's going to be that Martin Sports Toyota Camry. That's going to be that number 5 of Josh Abbey sitting on the pole here tonight. They're going to be lining up right to his outside. We'll see if he spawns up here in just a second. He's got a good little line of cars after him. Doesn't look like it. That 12 Frankie Barroso, he is going to be lining up in that P2 spot. And then lining up in that P3 is going to be that 16 National Guard of Jimmy Allen. And then right on his outside is going to be in that second row. Lining out that second row is going to be that 95 of Jonathan Schwartz. Excuse me. As that 15 of Matt Grenier, he is going to be lining up in that P5 position with Dylan Butler in that 96 car, sitting in P6. Scott Fritz in that number 1 Mack Tools Ford Mustang going to be sitting in that P7 position, with John Kinder in that Rims 121 Ford Mustang going to be sitting in P8. Alex Huffman, Allen's Body Shop Chevy Camaro going to be lining up P9 with last week's winner in that number 2 Good Ranch Service Chevy Camaro. It's going to be running out your top 10, Brandon Robertson. And then sitting in that number 11 position, it's going to be that 50 of that Fireball Whiskey Chevy Camaro of Cale Clifton. Then it's going to be that Ford Performance Ford Mustang of Trenton Jump sitting in P12. Mo Abhat in that 48 Ally machine. He is going to be sitting in P13 with Adam Lancaster in that Lancaster's transmission Chevy Camaro sitting in P14. Casey Barlow going to be lining up in that P15 spot. And that Chevy Camaro with David Brackett in 38 sitting in P16. Justin Winters in that 52 machine. He is going to be lining up P17 with Ryan Smith. Lining up in that P18 spot. Then it's going to be Wyatt Brackett in 19th with John Pill in 20th. And then it's going to be Garrett Wolfenbarger and, excuse me, Chris, can you go ahead and take it from there? My timing started to mess up.
Yeah, we've got, where we stop at?
John Pill.
Okay, so yeah, you got John Pill in 20th with Garrett Wolfenbarger in 21st. You got Robert Richards in 22nd. With Wes Wiegand in 23rd, Brian Terry in 24th, with Daniel Worthington in 25th, CJ Mason in 25th, and I want to say that is all the drivers that are out.
Wait, did Mo Abhat miss grid? He did. Yeah, Mo Abhat just missed grid. All right, and the Mustang going to be pulling that iRacing pack through the field as it's the Bluegrass Cup guys going. As here we go, out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. As Josh Abbey trying to go boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, you bunch of hot dogs, as the Bluegrass Auto 250 is underway, as it's going to be that number 5 of Josh Abbey, that number 12 of Frankie Barroso, bringing the field through turns number 1 and 2 here, as lap number 1 has commenced, and we've already got a driver all the way up the racetrack. That looks like that 96 of Dylan Butler, and indeed it is. Look at that 16 of Jimmy Allen, already putting the pressure all over the back bumper of that 5 of Josh Abbey, as him and Jonathan Schwartz going to roll to that bottom. And look at that, John Kinder already made up 4 spots on that start, as that 21 machine going to put himself up in 4th place. And Kinder, that Rims 1 Ford Mustang, not one to take lightly. It's good to see him already back on a mission, as he has missed last week's race, unfortunately. But he is here, and he is rolling here early. Lap number 2 rolling, and we got a new leader, Jimmy Allen, out into P1 now, as they are battling 2 wide into turn number 2 right here. Is that 5 of Josh Abbey up the top of the track. As you see that 21 of John Kinder peeking his nose in that gap just a little bit. Is that 12 of Frankie Barroso now? Man, look at that. 3 wide behind him. As that Trenton Jump, 15 Matt Grenier, and that 12 up Frankie Barroso, 3 wide for just a moment. But now they're going to shut that door. As that 46 of Trenton Jump making his way through the field, up 7 positions already in that 46 Ford Performance Ford Mustang. Trenton Jump rolling, sitting in P5 currently as you ride on board with that back bumper of that 16 of Jimmy Allen. See Josh Abbey as Jimmy Allen going to set the fastest race lap of the session. 29.96. We'll see how well those drivers are going to keep up with that. That was a good little lap right there, but we're looking behind him, man. Big battle in between that 5 of Josh Abbey, that 95 of Jonathan Schwartz, that 21 of John Kinder. As they are all rolling, as, man, we were saying that it was going to be a big old gaggle of cars, Chris, here in the early run. And looks like it is. Yeah, you're starting to see some big old racing here.
Yeah, you see that 12 of Frankie Barroso getting a little loose there, washing up into that that 28 of Adam Lancaster. So a little bit of racing going on back here in the back between these guys. But look up here. You got John Kinder and Jonathan Schwartz fighting it out for that 3rd place position. Looks like that 21 car is doing a really good job working that outside lane. It looks like he's going to clear Jonathan Schwartz here going into turn 3. But look at that. Josh Abbey all over the back bumper of that 16 of Jimmy Allen. Whoa, this race is starting to heat up, and it's only lap 4.
Yes, sir. Lap number 5 at the moment. Jimmy Allen got himself out in the lead. He is looking to make a good night here tonight. As Jimmy Allen just seems like he is the man that is going to get it done for the round of going into the round of 8. We'll see how well he's able to advance next round of the playoffs. Right now, currently sitting in that first position. Only 2 season wins, but that just shows you how consistent that 16 National Guard machine has been, as he has been doing a good job finishing consistently in the points all season. That's what's netted him in that first place position. Right behind him, that 5 of Josh Abbey. It's not in the playoffs, but still that 5 machine put in a lot of practice, it seemed like this season, or this race. Is that Toyota Camry machine? It is running hot. He is rolling here early.
Yeah, Josh Abbey in that 5, he's definitely looking like he's really strong here. Not a driver that we get to talk about a lot, but you know, also one of the drivers that whenever he gets up here, he definitely makes a mess out of everyone. He will run everybody down, and he's a good driver. Good to see Josh Abbey up here in that front. John Kendrick falling back just a little bit from him. Looks like maybe
look at that battle. Oh, sorry, Chris.
I was going to say, maybe just a little bit of a save going on from that 21. See him backing up that field just a little bit. But, yeah, back here going on in the back.
That's Frankie Barroso and company. 15 of Matt Grenier, 28 of Adam Lancaster. See the 8 of Alex Huffman hanging in on that outside lane, kind of like that 8 car used to do back in the day. In that Dale Jr. style. Hanging on that outside lane, just rolling up there. Is that 8 of Alex Huffman is doing a good job here. Rolling himself up into that 8th position. Only one where he qualified from where he started. But look at Adam Lancaster up 8 positions in that 6th spot, and then in 4th, you got Trenton Jump up 8 positions, battling John Kinder, who's up 5 from his starting spot. So some big movers here early, and we're seeing some good racing from it as well.
Yeah, look at that. The 15 of Matt Grenier is going to go on the inside lane of Adam Lancaster. Looks like he's going to be able to clear him. That top lane just does not seem to be having the momentum right now. Looks like the inside lane is just where everybody's wanting to be. As you see the 8 of Alex Huffman also going to be in tow by that 28 of Adam Lancaster. So a little bit of maybe, like we were saying, maybe a little bit of tire strategy going on, maybe a little bit of tire saving. Don't really know, you know, with only 9 laps to go. But, you know, hey, these Bluegrass guys, they do know how to get it down. And, you know, strategy is always where it comes into play. And these guys are really good at it.
Yeah, you usually don't see a lot of cautions with these bunches. So you really got to get that thinking compartment going, get your best Larry McReynolds impersonation going, because you got to find out what you're doing here, man. A lot of strategy goes into these runs before the race. It's not just sit down and turn your controller to the left in your boxers while you're trying to get your mom to make you some pizza rolls. This is the real deal out here, man. These guys are on some high quality sims, you know, from ranging from anywhere from the, you know, the $150 to, you know, $1,000 range. I know just in Casey Barlow's setup, I've seen some pictures in the Discord. That man's got a very, very nice rig. So we've got a lot of guys in here who take this very, very seriously, and this is their racing, man. You know, it's expensive to get behind the wheel of a real race car, but it's very doable to do it in your in the comfort of your house, man. And it's also very competitive. Like I said, don't think this is just some kids with Cheeto dust sitting around on their Xbox controllers, you know, ramming each other in the wall. This is some good running. Just look at that. That 21 of John Kinder going to move himself up into 2nd place. 5 of Josh Abbey hung on that outside lane, but look at that run. That Toyota Camry is getting on that outside lane as you got some guy shaking his fist. You darn cheating Toyotas, as he is rolling in that single file. And that 5 of Josh Abbey holding his line right now, man, and holding position as that 46 of Trenton Jump going to slide up in that, 4th place position as he's got Matt Grenier. Look at that, 3 wide for a moment. Here we go, that 46 of Trenton Jump going to get out of line in just a moment. That 95 of Jonathan Schwartz going to go all the way to the apron. He's going to have that 8 of Alex Huffman in tow. As you see, that 46 is going to go to the top. That 15 of Matt Grenier, he's going to settle himself on that bottom lane. We'll see that 46 move back down to the bottom. So no harm, no foul really done for that 46 of Trenton Jump. Just lost about a position, but he's able to roll it back under, and that could have been way worse for that 46 machine.
Yeah, but that did not bode well for that 5 of Josh Abbey. You see him dropping back just a little bit. That 15 getting up out of the gas just a little bit, maybe hit the apron in a weird way. Whoa, you see a big check up there going on.
Whoa, caution, caution, caution.
Yeah, it looks like Casey Barlow.
Oh, no. We were just talking. I cursed him, man. Talking about his setup. I bet one of his monitors just turned off. Let's see what happened to this 24 right here. You see 33 of Wyatt Brackett, it looks like in front of him. Oh, no. Looks like the 22 just got in there hot. That's Robert Richards. But it looks like no harm, no foul done. So, yeah, he got turned sideways, but now that's going to open this door for a lot of strategy to work out here at lap number 13. As you see that 22 Ford Mustang, looks like he's got slightly dangerous on his quarter panel. So good to know that Robert Richards lived up to it, man, because that was dangerous right there. He got in there He didn't, probably not malicious, just got in there too hot, tightened up that race car, and just got into that back right quarter panel of that 24 machine, and like you said, no contact, field very aware of what's going on. You see the 7 of John Pill and all of them company getting out of the way. It looks like that 24 of Casey Barlow is going to live to see another day.
Yeah, that is unfortunate for that 24 to get spun around, but like you said, it's going to open up the door for a lot of strategies, so he can make it up here on pit lane. As we do know, a lot of these pit strategies will come into play, as we see Jimmy Allen is elected to stay out. So that is definitely...
Isn't this what happened in the truck race last night, Chris?
Yeah, I want to say this is what happened in the truck race. There was a lot of drivers that decided to stay out and not pit on the first caution. You look at that, gas only there from that 21 of John Kinder, also from that 8 of Alex Huffman. So yeah, everybody just taking fuel also from that 5 of Josh Abbey. He's going to beat that 8 of Alex Huffman out. So you're going to see a lot of these drivers just coming down, getting fuel. The competition caution isn't until lap 67, so just trying to get that fuel mileage out, because like we were saying, the truck race last night, it all came down to fuel strategy.
Yeah, Chris, it's kind of scary how similar this is looking like to the truck race we saw last night. 2 guys staying out early and the rest of the field coming down on that fuel strategy, so it's going to be fun to see now how much longer John Kinder and the company behind him from 5th on back pitted. Besides that 22 Robert Richards, the only reason he's sitting back there in back of the pack and hasn't pitted yet, he did receive an EOL penalty after that contact with the 24 of Casey Barlow. So we'll see if Robert Richards does come down pit lane, but excuse me, I thought I had my mic muted. Thought he was maybe he might come down pit lane. We'll see though. And but other than that, in that 5th position on back, everybody's came down pit road, so we'll see how 1st through 4th really does handle this, man. It's going to be interesting to see if they're coming down early or, what's going to happen.
Yes, I do know a few of the truck drivers are with us tonight. I want to say Robert Richards is one of those drivers that are coming from the truck series. A lot of our truck series drivers going to be driving with these Cup Series guys tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun to see how these truck drivers get out here and handle it with, as the guys would say, the big boys.
Look at that, Chris. That 113 of Daniel Worthington up to 3rd right now. He stayed out, man. He's playing some strategy like he did last night. Imagine if he swept the week here, Cup race and truck race win. That'd be pretty cool to see.
Yeah, that would be a really cool. A sweep would be a really cool thing to see from that 113 of Daniel Worthington. Like we were saying last night, one of those drivers we don't get to talk a lot about. I know y'all hear me say that a lot. But there's a lot of these drivers that we don't get to talk a lot about. Like, look at that. The 88 of Wes Wiegand, also one of those truck drivers. He's in the trucks. Yeah, he's in the trucks. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Also one of those truck drivers up here in that, in that 4th position. So a lot of these drivers that are really good in the truck series, good to see them up here in the top 5, top 10. So it's going to be a really good battle going here in the lap 18.
As the pace light is off, iRacing pace car bringing the field through turn number 1 and 2, and it looks like Jimmy Allen going to elect to that low lane here for this restart. At 12 of Frankie Barroso going to restart on that outside lane. Daniel Worthington in 3rd, and then rounding out that 2nd lane on that outside row, it's going to be that 88 of Wes Wiegand. So we're going to see a good little restart here. We got some guys out there going to be able to go a little bit longer on fuel now, so there's going to be some fuel strategy in the mix here early. As we are rolling here to lap number 17, it will be lap 18 at the stripe when they do take the green. So you see a car rolling on the track back there. Not sure who that is. Trying to make out who it is, but not too sure as let's see. Looks like it could have been Brian Terry maybe. As we do have some guys in the field that maybe took right sides only, so it'll be fun to see. Now with some guys out there on some fresher tires than these others. As here comes that pace car out of turn number 4. He is going to be making that left turn here soon. And then it's going to be Dylan Butler. I don't know why I just said that. I was looking at his name. Then it's going to be Jimmy Allen and Frankie Barroso that has the field in their hands, as it sounds like they are rolling, Chris. Green flag is out. There they go. See John Kinder with a decent little restart, pulling up to the back of that third-place car here. So the turn number 1, here he goes. He's going to go to that inside lane. That 21 of John Kinder definitely going to make that inside lane stick. And see that 8 of Alex Huffman, 2 of Brandon Robertson, 5 of Josh Abbey, all in tow as they are rolling 3 wide in the back of the field. As you see back bumper of Frankie Barroso, gap between him and John Kinder is, man, 3 wide down the back straightaway, Chris, into turn number 4. As look at that field. Contact, 15 of Matt Grenier, Josh Abbey. That's going to send him up as Matt Grenier's going to get around into the grass. He is in the grass. Let's see if he's able to reconnect or rejoin. Excuse me, he is, but he's going to fall all the way back to that 15th. Excuse me, not 15th, 24th position. Is that 15 of Matt Grenier just took a big old drive through the grass. And I know one of my buddies just sent me a message on Snapchat, said he had Matt Grenier. Well, I just got to say, man, it's like he might have just jinxed him. Wink, wink.
Yeah, as you see that 3 wide battle go on there, you see the 15 get into Josh Abbey and just get him loose. He was down there on that bottom, just couldn't get it straightened up. A good save there from that 15. We're going to go back up here on board with these leaders now. It looks like there's a battle going on. What's that? Frankie Barroso in the lead. That number 12 car is currently sitting in that first place position. Jimmy Allen's dropped back to that second.
Well, look at those fresh tire guys. Look at those fresh tire guys. Look at Trenton Jump, man. Guy is just on the loud pedal. And he is catching right up to Frankie Barroso. He just drove past Kinder and Jimmy Allen like they were sitting still. Look at that 46, man. He just threw out that hook. And he's set. He is reeling it in, baby. As that Frankie Barroso machine is just a sitting weight right now. That 46 of Trenton Jump. That Ford Performance, it is showing some performance as he's going to take that 46 Ford Mustang right on that inside lane and into the lead here at lap number 21.
Yeah, right now I'm getting word that currently Frankie Barroso is ahead based on current positions to make his way into the top 8. So that number 12 is doing a really good job. But look at that, the 46 Trenton Jump just going to barrel on past him. It goes to show you those just those couple of tires that he took is just a game changer.
As look at that field, man. This is some good, hard racing. It's 3 wide from Casey Barlow and company you saw. Look at that. Scott Fritz on the outside lane. 33 Wyatt Brackett. 52 Justin Winters. Another one of those drivers on the cut line. Casey Barlow and Justin Winters, both that is actually. As they got to make their way through the field. Look at that 33 Wyatt Brackett, man. Look like he just got shot out of a cannon. Another one of those fresh tire runners. He's starting to make his way up to the field as he is currently sitting right behind that 113 of Daniel Worthington who started in that 3rd position. He's going to roll on past him on that inside lane. Wyatt Brackett, another one of those drivers on fresh tires, starting to roll up through here. Yeah, excuse me, Chris.
I was going to say, you still see there's a really big battle going on back here. You see that 48 of Moab getting really loose coming out of that turn 2. So a lot of these drivers are starting to battle these cars. They're starting to try to fight these tires and stuff, and it's going to start coming into play now. This is whenever it's going to start, you know.
Whoa, look at that big bump drive. Sorry, Chris, continue. I just saw a big old shove coming down the straightaway.
Yeah, no, I was just going to say, this is whenever the cards are basically just getting thrown off the table. Everybody's battling out for position.
3 wide.
As you see, 3 wide here from Scott Fritz, Alex Huffman, and Wyatt Brackett. That 1 and that 8 are going to back up. That's going to let the 33 just slide right by.
John Kinder pitching that 1 to the white line. He's getting bad loose.
Yeah, as you see, Scott Fritz, my dad's number 1 choice, is actually looking like he's doing good now, moving up into that top 6 position. He's fighting it out with John Kinder right now. Going to move into 5th position. John Kinder's just going to move up the track and let him by. Probably having a little bit of trouble there.
Alex Huffman, 50 Cale Clifton, 48 of Mo Abbott, man. 4 wide for just a moment down the back straightaway. These guys are just rolling right now. This is some good racing we're seeing here at Texas. Keeping it clean, man. Besides that contact we saw between Matt Grenier and can't remember who else he made contact with. It's been pretty clean, man. They've been keeping it together pretty good.
Yeah, but look at this. You got battle for that 2nd place position going on right now. Wyatt Brackett moving on that outside lane, going around that 12 of Frankie Barroso. It looks like Frankie might be having a little bit of trouble with his car now.
Those old tires are starting to catch up.
Yeah, I was going to say, not taking any tires, starting to catch up with him. Scott Fritz going to be moving on the inside of him. So Scott Fritz going to move himself up into that 3rd place
big
position.
loose for just a moment, Frankie Barroso. Man, your top 3 runners right now all took right side tires only. So it's really showing that tire advantage here at lap 26. These guys are getting to it. Is that 16 to Jimmy Allen going to look to sneak on that inside lane? Maybe use that one car as we're going back up on board here with that 46 of Trenton Jump, who's got almost a 4-second gap now to that 33 of Wyatt Brackett. And we should be getting close to pit stops here soon. Not sure when with some of these guys that took right side tires able to stretch it out. We'll see though. We'll see though. We got guys on fuel strategies as well. So this is going to be interesting, man. This race has been flipped on its noggin with that first caution. As you go back in the field just a little bit here, you see that 50 of Cale Clifton, 8 of Alex Huffman, 21 of Jon Schwartz, 48 of Mo Abhat. They're all racing here hard still for this 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th position. As you go on board here with that Fireball Whiskey number 50 of Cale Clifton as he rolls that outside lane pretty hot right there, man. He did take tires though, those right sides. It just shows you just that little bit of advantage he does have even on that outside lane out of turn 2. But look at that. Jon Kendrick going to come back to that inside. Will that 50 shut the door here as we got just first-person view of it from Alex Huffman. Good little view here during this battle, and it looks like Cale Clifton is going to clear Jon Kendrick, set himself up into that 7th spot. 4 spots up from where he originally started this race from. But you go back here in that 13th, 12th, and 11th position, Jon Schwartz and company bringing them through as we are looking at your points contenders right now. Casey Barlow on the dead end of the cutoff line. He is not running in a spot that probably would promote him anywhere near to the playoffs. He is definitely going to have to pick it up if he wants to see that 24 Chevy Camaro in that round of 8, man. And you would hate to see it as woo! Big checkup. That was a 95 of Jon Schwartz, and that's a driver you don't expect to see having this much trouble here, Chris. Jon Schwartz just got big loose out of 4. Oh, excuse me, that was the 91 of Ryan Smith.
As you see Cale Clifton pulling up to the back bumper of that 12 Frankie Barroso, definitely not having tires is starting to kill the drive of that 12. He is definitely wanting a caution or something of the sorts to come out because he definitely needs some sort of help right now. It looks like he's pulling up to the back bumper of that 48 of Mo Abhat. It looks like maybe Mo Abhat's starting to pull away. Yeah, Mo Abhat's starting to pull away from him. Got that backwards, so I do apologize. But yeah, it looks like Trenton Jump still doing a really good job staying out in the lead. He's got a 3.5 second on Wyatt Brackett. So Wyatt Brackett's starting to close that gap down just a little bit. But it's not looking like he's able to close it down fast enough. As like we were saying, it's 3.5 seconds. But look at that. Scott Fritz almost on the back bumper there of that 33. So you're going to be having a battle for that second place position here before too long.
Pit reporter Josh going to bring in some hot facts of the race. It seems like those right side tires early might have been the move here for these early runs, but it's going to be interesting to see now over the race if we do get some cautions here towards the end, how that's going to come back to bite those guys that don't have that one extra set of right side tires. You know, you keep those stickers like the guys of Jon Kendrick and company who just took fuel. You've got those extra set of rubbers at the end to if you need to go ahead and bolt those on and get a fresh set, and you know, an overtime green white checker 2 out of 3, 3 out of 3, or even, you know, just close to the end getting a caution, just having a set of 4 with others only being able to take fuel. Man, that can, you know, that can make or break you, you know, this whole race. 167 laps is a long way to go, but you know, you can end your race on 167. So we'll see what happens, man. It's going to be interesting to see. So just keep an eye on those tires. Woo, look at that 16 to Jimmy Allen, a little bit of a wobble right there, as that's going to allow that 15 to Grenier to pull his way back up through. So after taking a little bit of that detour, the scenic route down the front straightaway, that 15 to Grenier is starting to pull his way up. Is that 113 Daniel Worthington going to call? He's pitting out. 88 of West Wiegand as well. So we're starting to see some drivers towards the back part of the field coming down pit road here in just a moment.
Yeah, still got a gaggle of cars going on back here in that 10th through 15th position. Definitely a lot of drivers that are wanting to move their way up. Like we were saying, you got Casey Barlow currently sitting on that 12th in that 12th position in points, sitting in that bubble. So he's definitely wanting to move up. And also right behind him is that 52 of Justin Winters, tied 10th with Mo Abhat. So, you know, that 52 of Justin Winters is needing something to be pulled out of the hat, because he is currently sitting in that 13th position. Needs to get a little bit better run out of that car. But, you know, hey, it's only lap 35 of 167, so anything can happen. But right now, it looks like you were saying, Josh, a lot of your drivers, a lot of your backpacks coming down. Jimmy
Allen did pit, yeah.
Jimmy Allen did pit as well.
12 coming down pit road this time. Big lockup from him. He's able to get it slowed down, though. 45 is the pit limit. He got it in at 44, so it just shows you how much muscle memory this takes you, man. These guys have been practicing this probably all week. A lot of dedication, a lot of laps, a lot of man hours goes into this. Like I said earlier, not just sitting down, turn left, foot on the gas, man. These guys definitely have to have a lot of mental preparation, a lot of mental notes, and just know how this track works. You know, you go and send it off into turn one at 180 miles an hour, 190 miles an hour in the draft plus, you know. It's sketchy, man. You never know what this track's going to do and how it's going to react to you unless you got those man hours. And it's fun to see, exciting to see these guys every week just be more and more competitive as you got a good little battle here going on at lap number 37 for this fifth place position between John Kinder and Matt Grenier. But we know Kinder, not one of those guys to fight early. He usually likes to turn that intensity switch on a little bit later. So Kinder, one of those guys that usually if he's not feeling it, he'll just ride to the high side. No, he knows he's got some playoff contenders right here. He'll maybe move out of the way, but you see him shut the door on Jonathan Schwartz pretty quick. Another driver who's moving his way back up to the field, but did have some drivers come down pit road. But
yeah,
sounds like our leader currently, 46 of Trenton Jump, going to come down pit road, Chris.
Yeah, let's just take our hats off to that 15, Matt Grenier, actually pulling himself up from pretty much last position all the way back up to that 5th place. So good on that 15. We do know that he is one of those drivers that when he gets on a mission, he is on a mission, and he can make it work. So, yeah, like you were saying, looks like Trenton Jump coming down pit lane. Also, that number 1 is Scott Fritz also coming down pit lane.
Brandon Robertson as well.
Yeah, Mo Abhat and Brandon Robertson also coming down pit lane. So a couple of drivers going to go ahead and pull it down pit lane, get some fresh Goodyears, and full tank of fuel, and go ahead and pull it around some more and hopefully make it to the stage end.
Yes, sir. Stage end at lap 67. End of lap 67, that is. So we'll be interviewing that stage winner when it does come up. But right now, we're worried about this race on track is Matt Grenier and company. Still have not pitted. John Kinder, Alex Huffman, Justin Winter is going to make their way down pit road, as well as Scott Fritz, Wyatt, Brandon Robertson make their way out of pit road. You see that 21 leading that little pack up too at the 8 of Alex Huffman. And that 52 of Justin Winters, the two teammates. As it sounds like Wyatt Brackett, current leader right now, is going to also come down pit road this lap. So that 33 Yingling machine currently sitting 7th in the points. He needs him a decent little run tonight if Frankie Barroso and them are going to be digging, because that could put him close to the bubble. Or if not, 2 of these drivers have a really good run. Might knock him out if he doesn't get a good finish here. So he's definitely on the edge of his seat as well. But it looks like Matt Grenier going to be in a battle here with that 46 of Trenton Jump, as he's going to allow that fresh tire guy to go on by. But he's got Jonathan Schwartz on his back bumper.
I was about to say,
back in the lead.
I was about to say, look at that. The 95 of Jonathan Schwartz is all over the back bumper. So it's going to start coming into play here. It did look like Jonathan Schwartz took a couple of tires on that last run. So he's maybe saved a little bit. As you see the 15 getting it slowed down here, going down pit lane. So Matt Grenier, Wyatt Brackett coming out of pit lane right now.
He might have sped when you switched off of him. He was going 61. We'll have to see if that 15 just got a speeding penalty. Is Jonathan Schwartz going to wave his hand out the window, bring his car down pit road this time and get some service? Going to get those 4 Goodyear Eagles, fresh fuel tank of Sunoco fuel. Get his way back onto the racetrack. See that 13 sitting on his outside lane. But right now, that's going to promote Ryan Smith into the lead. That number 91 machine is going to be sitting in the lead for his first time here tonight. Woo, I hear Kinder getting up on the radio.
Yeah, you see a bunch of traffic going on there, probably just trying to manage and get around. So hearing Kendrick get on the radio, that's interesting, because you don't really hear Kendrick get upset.
I haven't heard an aggressive Kinder ever in my life. That sounded aggressive. I don't want to scare Kinder. I don't want to make Kinder mad. He scared me. Let's look at that. You got those fresh tire runners now. I'm just starting to blow by. Those guys have not pitted yet. You see that 16 of Jimmy Allen following Wyatt Brackett to put himself back on the lead lap. So you got a lot of cars on that lead lap. 48 of Mo Abhat coming. It's the 55 of CJ Mason going to call out that he is coming down pit road this time. Currently sitting in that 3rd position. As you see that 32 of Garrett Wolfenbarger look like he just missed his pit stall as he is down pit road. Looks like Ryan Smith in that 91 machine going to lead lap number 45 at least. As the 22 of Robert Richards going to call that he is coming down pit road. And look at that, Mo Abhat going to take him 3 wide to the middle. He is going to put himself back on the lead lap.
Hey, it's okay to take him 3 wide if you know you can split it. Look at that, John Kinder getting one hell of a run off of that turn. Those fresh tires to show you what really what it really changes. See him blow past that. You see the 91 and the 24 battling it out with the 2 and the 8 there of Alex Huffman. You're starting to see just how bad the, whoa, it looks like a big checkup there.
Yeah, big checkup.
Looks like it was from the 13 of Brian Terry. Probably got into the gap.
Yeah,
whoa, you see Alex Huffman.
And he still has not pitted yet. So that 13 Brian Terry on some very old tires has the big checkup reason. Look at that, 91 now going to the inside lane. 91 of Ryan Smith, excuse me. Gonna get passed by Casey Barlow, but there come those fresh tire runners too. Brendan Robertson, 52 of Justin Winters, 95 of Jonathan Schwartz and company. Gonna be rolling hard. His contact. I don't know who that was. So they're gonna gather it back up. Looks like the 88 of West Weekend. Is that? I'm not sure what car that was.
I want to say that was the 88 of West Weekend.
Yeah, it was the 88 of West Weekend, but I'm not sure what car he made contact with.
Maybe the 13 of Brian Terry. I want to say that's what it was.
Yeah, I think it was Brian Terry. It's Casey Barlow now going to pull his way down pit road. Green's going to stay out. Look at that. Adam Lancaster going to get a big run to that 88 of West Weekend as he's going to pull his way on by.
Yeah, it looks like the 24 Casey Barlow's come down pit lane. So right now, the only person that's out on the track on old tires is that 91.
And David Brackett.
And David Brackett in that 38. So those are the only drivers that are out.
Well, and Brian Terry, but he's just on lap 16 old tires, but he's kind of far back in the field. But that 91 is going to be coming down pit road this time. Sorry, Chris, did not mean to be cutting you off.
No, you're good.
38 as well, going to be coming down pit road this time.
Yeah, so maybe a little bit of a strategy there from that 91. That's going to let Trenton Jump assume that lead whenever he comes around pit lane. There you go. Trenton Jump's going to assume the lead, and Scott Fritz should fall into that second place position. You see that 5 of Joshua Abbey all over the back bumper of that 46 of Trenton Jump. Looks like we got a pretty spread out field right now. Right now, the closest battle for position is going to be between Mo Abbott and Alex Huffman. That's actually the closest battle on track. Actually, I take that back. Jonathan Schwartz, Justin Winters are about to be battling out.
They are battling indeed here at lap number 50. Coming to lap number 50, excuse me. This is for that final point position in that 10th place spot. That 95 of Jonathan Schwartz, that 52 of Justin Winters. Justin Winters needs this, man. He is on that cutoff line. Tied for that 10th place position, figuratively in 11th, but he needs it, man. He needs it. He's got to get a good finish here tonight, but it looks like that 95 of Jonathan Schwartz go to that low lane. Look at the 2 of Brandon Robertson now. He is going to also go to the 2 lane. It's going to be 2 by 2 here into turn number 3 and 4. Look at that. 52 of Justin Winters not going to go to the inside lane. They're going to hang Jimmy Allen out on that top side, and they're going to roll on by him on that bottom lane. Choo-choo, because the pass train is coming, baby.
Looks like right now, Frankie Barroso is about to get passed by John Kinder for that 4th place position. See that 21 of John Kinder starting to work. Whoa, as you see that 12 just going to dive it down out of the way. Probably got a little loose. Maybe thought he was going to get into the wall and decided to check it out and go down to the bottom of the track. You see that 21 driving around that 12 Frankie Barroso. So currently sitting in 5th, but hey, that's still good. Sitting on that cut line, he definitely needs a good finish here tonight, and sitting in 5th, that is a good position to be in.
Yeah, he needs to grab some points. And definitely hope he can grab some decent points. You know, 5th and up is gonna have to definitely grab some good points from that 12 machine, as he has been highest as 2nd place tonight. That's where he did qualify. He did lead as well, but going back up here to the lead. Kept that 46 up Trenton Jump. Scott Fritz about 4 seconds off in that number 1 machine, currently sitting in 2nd place. So Trenton Jump on a good little run here. Put it on lap number 38 as it's lap 53. Stage break is at the end of lap 67. So we'll see how these drivers are going to be able to stretch these tires out over these next 13 laps. All right, right, well, since the drivers are under green flag conditions right now, we got the field a little bit spread out. Gonna go ahead and give you a moment to get those volumes cranked up, get the video full screen, and enjoy these beautiful sights and sounds of the virtual eye racing simulator here at Texas Motor Speedway. And so yeah, this is gonna be a Bluegrass Media loud pedal presented by Buttkicker. So get those volumes up and enjoy the sights and sounds. To go in the stage here. Trenton Jump now getting called just a little bit about that one of Scott Fritz, about 3 seconds now the gap, as that 46 machine has been rolling through some lap traffic here, making his way, dicing and cutting up these guys you see coming out of turn number 2. That's that one Ford Mustang, that Mac Tools machine of Scott Fritz, now only 2 9/10 back. We'll see if Scott Fritz able to get close here in the remaining laps as we are coming up to this 5 to go in the stage this time by. We'll see how well Trenton Jump's able to manage that race car on a little bit of these older lap tires. Both these guys came in at the same time, but still, we'll have to see how each of them able to manage the car in this late run. As you see him pulling up onto that 88 of Wes Wiegand, who's just going to allow that one of Scott Fritz to roll on by for a moment. They are tight there off of turn number 2, too wide for just a second, door to door. It looks like that one of Scott Fritz not going to be able to pass that 88 of Wes Wiegand at the moment. We'll see if he makes it stick in 3, as that 88 going to go a lot more higher in 4. And it looks like that one going to drive it on by now, as he's been painting that white line all night, as it is now 4 to go in the stage.
Yeah, good to see Scott Fritz up here in that second place position. we do know that he is one of those dirt drivers, so it's good to see you know, the dirt drivers get up here and mix it with these asphalt guys. It's really good to see. Also, I know if my dad's watching right now, he's really excited as well.
Yeah, as right now your order's sitting with 3 to go in the stage. It's going to be Trenton Jump in that lead. Scott Fritz in second with Wyatt Brackett in third. So you got your 4th place point sitter in first. You've got your 6th place point sitter in second. And you've got your 7th place point sitter in that 3rd position. So you got a lot of guys with those yellow tails up there in the lead, or in the top positions. Jon Schwartz, Alex Huffman, Mo Abhat in 7th, Frankie Barroso in 8th, Matt Grenier in 9th, Justin Winters in 10th. So yeah, you got a lot of drivers up there, man, who got to get it done here. It's gonna be fun to see these cutoff drivers here after the end of the stage, as it is 1 to go this next time by. As pits are closed.
Yeah, it looks like Trenton Jump's got a really good good lead on that that number 1 of Scott Fritz. So looks like Trenton Jump's going to walk away with that stage win here at lap 67. So, excuse me, at the end of lap 67.
As it is the white flag for the stage. Trenton Jump going to wheel it out of turn number 2. As he's going to get to the top of the track here, coming down the back straightaway. And he's just kind of got to ghost down the back straightaway. Doesn't have to really put too much pressure on that race car, as he is going to shoot it off into turn number 3 and 4. He's going to come see that green-white checkered here. As out of turn number 4, it is going to be Trenton Jump. It is going to bring this stage a victory home here at lap number 67. We'll see what he has for the rest of us here at Texas Motor Speedway, as that is going to be 100 to go at that caution lap. But as you see, that 1 of Scott Fritz going to pick up 2nd. Wyatt Brackett going to pick up 3rd. 4th is going to go to Jonathan Schwartz. 5th to John Kinder. 6th to Alex Huffman. 7th to Mo Abhat. 8th to Frankie Barroso. 9th to Matt Grenier. And 10th to Justin Winters. That is going to be your top 10 at the end of the stage. But it's going to be Trenton Jump, 4th in points, picking up that stage win tonight. We'll see if he's got anything else left for us, man. And we will have a word with your stage winner here in just a moment.
Yeah, getting this field stacked back up, it's going to be really interesting to see how these drivers start handling this race. And we did see that in the beginning, before the pit cycles did get in there was a lot of racing going on, and it was bunched up, and that was it's a lot of fun. So it's going to be a lot of fun to see these guys get bunched up again.
As Trenton Jump going to get caught up, as well as the rest of the field here to the pace car. And it looked like that 96 of Dylan Butler did pit at lap 62, 1 lap before the cautions did close, so he did undercut. We'll see if he gets that wave around. 96 of Dylan Butler is going to try to put himself into a decent little position here with that undercut, maybe trying to fix some damage as well, as that 96 machine does seem like he does have some damage, as I hear John Pill saying he's running out of gas in that 7 machine. We're going to roll into pit road here. It looks like we've got a guy staying out. Who was that? Or was that the 96 of Dylan Butler I saw? Might have been the 96, yeah.
Yeah, that was the 96 of Dylan Butler, and I want to say the 50 of Kel Clifton.
Yeah, it's John Pill's running out of pit, or gas down pit. As you're going to see your leaders come in. You're going to see your leaders, though, come into pit road here. It's Chris, if you want to go focus back on those guys. Looks like Wyatt Brackett just going to take gas and go. As you see that 46 of Trenton Jump, here he comes. Looks like Trenton Jump might have only taken right sides only. As here comes Scott Fritz. Here comes Wyatt Brackett, Jonathan Schwartz, John Kinder, Alex Huffman, Mo Abhat going to come out in that 7th position. Frankie Barroso, and then you're going to see that 52 of Justin Winters come out 9th. Adam Lancaster is going to round out your top 10. As you see all those guys rolling to the field. And we're going to go ahead and get up and have a word with Trenton Jump, your stage winner. See what he's got to say about that stage victory. Trenton Jump, Chris and Josh in the Bluegrass booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got you guys.
Hey, man, good little stage win right there. Looks like you took right sides only earlier. Might have taken right sides again here. Those left sides just not getting eaten up as much. And how's the car feeling? Look pretty stout here tonight, man.
Well, I took 4 tires every time, so I don't
Oh,
I don't.
shoot. Well,
Yeah, I mean, as long as it stays green here, we're still gonna have an extra set of tires to the end. So I mean, I'm not too worried about saving tires. I think me and Scott and Mo, we're all a team, and we all played the right strategy to go get some stage points. And stage win is an extra bonus point going forwards. And with Martinsville and Talladega coming up, you never know how that's gonna go. So it's better be safe than sorry, I guess.
heck yeah, man. Well, you're just so fast on pit road. Thought you were only taking 2. You're taking 4. So
Oh yeah.
Trenton, man, you're doing one hell of a job here at Texas. And hey, man, hopefully we got some more of you to see out here tonight. And love to talk to you up here in the booth. Been a pleasure always to get you up here in the booth, Trenton. We'll let you go ahead and get back down there with your team. And good luck in the rest of this race, buddy.
For sure. Thank you, guys.
All right, thank you, man. All right, and that was at 46 of Trenton Jump. Man, Chris, he's just getting down pit road so fast. It looks like he's only taking right sides, but I do see now this time it says he was on a 14-second pit time. Didn't focus on him all the way, so that is on me. Thought he was just so dang fast. He jinxed me. He danied me, so that's my fault. As I don't know why I love seeing that, the field just coming out of the turds, just all stacked up like that. It just looks so cool seeing all these virtual race cars, man. All these guys from all over the country, all over the nation, just all able to find this up here. I mean, obviously we got all the North Americaners in here. We don't got any of our Canadian friends or anything like that in this league, but these Bluegrass guys, man, from all over the country, man, in the States, it's fun to see. You know, you got drivers from California, you got drivers from Florida, North Carolina, Alabama, Maryland, Maine, Tennessee. It's just crazy the amount of places these drivers can come from. And it's just fun to see. You know, it's like this one big hub here at Bluegrass. These guys are just one big family, bunch of great race car drivers, and it's always fun to see them, you know, out on the racetrack week in and week out. Playoff driver or not, just love seeing them progress, love seeing them advance, and love seeing some good racing. And that is something they are dang good at doing. It's going to be that one to green this time by. Looks like our field is going to get stacked up. Where did Trenton Jump decide to choose his lane at? Looks like he is going to take that inside lane, so it's going to be Scott Fritz on that outside. So we're going to see a good little restart here as we got some drivers up there towards the front that haven't been up there that much on these fresh tires on the same pace advantage or the same pace as these guys. So it's going to be fun to see drivers like Wyatt Brackett work his way through. Jon Schwartz up into 4th again, so it's going to be fun to see that 95 try to cut his way back up through. And then you got Frankie Barroso, Mo Abhat, Adam Lancaster, and Justin Winters running out your top 10. So got a good group of little drivers here. Got some good playoff drivers that need some points here up towards the front, and this is going to be a fun little race here to the end. It's all right, driver. Stage 1 is over. It's time to flick off that patience switch. We're getting ready to go here, man. We got under 100 laps to get it done. We're gonna see these drivers start to crank it up, start to get the intensity levels going. As buckle those seat belts, get them tightened up one more time. Driver, get your hands up on those wheels. As it is gloves off, white knuckles racing is about to be going. As elbows out, here we go. That 46 machine off to a good restart. As that one is Scott Fritz on that outside lane, not able to get it going as fast as that that 46. As that 95 going to be all over the back bumper of him. That's going into turn number 1. That one is Scott Fritz. Going to dump it down into turn number 2. In front of that 33 of Wyatt Brackett. Going to block that inside lane for the moment. Wyatt Brackett now got a big run coming out 2 as woo. We got a little bit of contact back there between that 12 and that 48. Both of those drivers needing a good finish here tonight. Frankie Barroso and Mo Abhat. So they don't need to be doing anything like that to each other. As both of those drivers on the cutoff line. That'd be unfortunate for them to both take each other out. Hey, we're supposed to be working together, man. We both got to get up there. So, it'd be interesting to see that happen. So either way, they were able to clean it up, man. They are still rolling it. Look at all those yellow tails, all those yellow banners in that top 10 right now, Chris.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of banners up here. That's what I was actually going to say whenever I come here and said something. There's a lot of banners up here in that top. You know, you see you got Trenton Jump, Wyatt Brackett, Scott Fritz all up there fighting for those positions. You see Wyatt Brackett and Scott Fritz fighting it out right now. So Scott Fritz and Wyatt Brackett sent 6th and 7th in the points. Definitely need to get up here and duke it out. See Scott Fritz going to get that run on the inside. So now that 33 is going to drop back. He's going to be battling it out with that 8 of Alex Huffman. So we'll see if Huffy can handle it and get past it. Looks like Huffy's just going to tuck in behind the 33 there. And it looks like John Kender's going to be battling it out with that 95 with Jon Schwartz now. See a lot of battling going on. Like you said, a lot of yellow tails up here in that.
Well, look at Bo Abhat now going to the inside lane, Chris. That 48 out machine sitting in 7th. He's got Frankie Barroso in tow, the 2 cutoff drivers. This is an interesting battle. They're both making their way to the field, but they both kind of battle each other, man. 9th and 10th runners right there. They're only 5 points off of each other. Excuse me, make that 3 points off of each other. So every position counts for these guys, and they got to pass as many of those yellow tails as possible.
She's currently sitting up here in the first position now. Second position. You got that number 1 and that number 33 battling it out. It looks like Wyatt Brackett's come back and started battling with that one of Scott Fritz. But Alex Huffman's right behind him. That's going to open up the door for that 21 of Jon Schwartz. He's going to start pulling up behind that one, get that draft. Maybe we're going to have a little bit of battling going on here. You see Jon Schwartz trying to pick which lane he wants to go with. He's going to stick it on that inside, though. Alex Huffman's going to be stuck up there on that high lane. High lane's not really doing much of anything tonight. So that inside lane looks like it is the preferred lane.
That ain't about Alex Huffman, man, doing a good job, and it looks like Jon Schwartz maybe going to try to experiment with it, see how he can work. And look at that, with the momentum, he's going to clear that one of Scott Fritz out of turn number 2. Look at that, Jon Schwartz going to wash up a little bit. Let's see. Oh, who is that? 52 Justin Winter's going to like. He's going to get a little bit out of shape. As that 48 of Mo Abhat going to foul on past him, move himself up in 8th place to Brandon Robertson behind him. So Mo Abhat trying to work his way up here as far as he can. This is Frankie Barroso. He's getting stuck out there a little bit, but look at that, 15 of Matt Grenier working his way back up to the field for like the 5800th time tonight after that early incident in the grass. Currently sitting in that 12th spot as he's chipping away at these drivers slowly.
Yeah, as it looks like that one of Scott Fritz, he's starting to fall back just a little bit. He was sitting up there in that 2nd place. Now he's dropped back to 6th, so maybe having a little bit of whoa. Did you see him getting really
tight.
Loose there? Yeah, getting really
he got loose, got tight. It did something.
Yeah. Did you see that one falling back in behind that 95 of Jonathan Schwartz? Yeah, having a little bit of issue, but like I said, this is what we wanted to see. We love it whenever these cars are getting up here having to battle and everything. So the pit strategies make it kind of boring. Like, it's not boring, but it is boring. Just like when you don't get a lot of battling going on. You see a lot of battling going on. So yeah, you see the 52 of Justin Winters. He's back there getting loose. Tuck it in front of that 15. Whoa.
52 just making a drop right now, trying to work his way up here. Tied for 10th with Mo Abhat. In that cutoff line, that 10's got to make the moves, and he is making them quick. As he got a little loose off of turn number 2 earlier. Let's see if he makes that same mistake this time. It's tight through the center of the turn in turn number 2, but it looks like he's able to gather back up. Look at that 16 of Jimmy Allen now. He's starting to find his way back to the field. You see that too, Brandon Robertson following that 12 Frankie Barroso around as that 16 of Jimmy Allen now, putting his way up to that back bumper of Matt Grenier, who's currently sitting in 12th. As Jimmy Allen did start this race in 3rd, sitting back in 13th, currently 10 spots back from where he started. Weird to see Jimmy Allen sitting back here, but you know when he is back in the back, Jimmy Allen's usually going to find his way back to the front and find it in a charge.
Yeah, Jimmy Allen's one of those drivers that we never ceases to amaze us. You know, he drops back into the back, and then the next thing you know, like we always say, up there in the front before you know it. So Jimmy Allen just back here cruising, you know, sitting with that points lead, so he knows that he can just kind of cruise, not really have to work too much as some of these guys are having to work, like you know, Frankie Barroso, Mo Abhat, Justin Winters, and Casey Barlow. But you know, still that 16, he's not gonna give it up easy.
Speaking of Mo Abhat and Frankie Barroso, Chris, look at that race right there off of turn number 2. As that 12 going to go to the inside. Look at that. They're both going to go to the inside. As it looks like is that Adam Lancaster had a little bit of a moment off of turn number 2 as he's in that top lane. And that 48 and 12, man, they are just glued to each other. They are racing for that position, and they're cutting past all the other competition with it. So it's good to see this little battle right here between these two cutoff drivers, man. As you go back up on board here with that 21 of Jon Schwartz, he's going to hang into that outside line, see if he can find some momentum, that run off the corner. We know you sacrifice corner speed or not corner speed, excuse me, but you sacrifice shortcut in the track by going to that high lane, but you get that big run. See Jon Schwartz soak up to that back bumper of that number 8 machine, Alex Huffman. He's going to go to that low lane here in 3 and 4, really get on that white line there for just a moment. They're going to roll it out, and Kendrick still looking to his way back up onto that podium step in that 3rd position as we hit lap number 85 this time by.
Yeah, we've still got Tia Scallion and Sarah Mays in the YouTube chat saying, come on, son, 52 winners. And then Nita saying, come keep digging, Jimmy. So good to have you guys in that YouTube chat. All you guys that are watching on YouTube and Facebook, good to have all you guys. Make sure to smash that like button on YouTube YouTube, hit the bell notification so that way you can know when we go live. Hit that like button on Facebook so that way you cannot miss any of the action that we have going on here. We've got truck race going on next week, cup race going on next week. We've got the top 8 going on. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Rolling here at lap number 86, coming to lap number 87 of 167. It's still going to be that 46 of Trenton Jump. Out in the lead is the first 5 kind of settled down here, but about from that 5th position on back, they are still just strangling, kicking, beating, banging, everything. They are back there just going. Definitely elbows out racing back there as you see that 48, that 12 still trying to work their way past each other. They also got that 21 of Jon Kinder in between the 2 of them. As you see, Jon Kinder going to pull off in front of that 48 ally machine. And he's looking for some allies out there, man. He wants to get by not only them, but get by that 12 way easier than what it's having to happen with him. As you see that 15 of Grenier now going to the inside of him. So just getting a little bit harder here for Mo Abhat, but it's still not over.
Yeah, it looks like that 21 of Jon Kinder going to fall back just a little bit, maybe going on a tire save now. We do know that Jon Kinder, he knows his way around the track, so maybe he's just starting to go on a save line, not wanting to tear his equipment up. As you see that 15 getting a really good drive out. Back up here with your leaders just to see what's going on. You see Trenton Jump getting out to a really good lead. Got a almost 2.5 second lead on that second place of Wyatt Brackett. Wyatt Brackett up 17 positions, doing a really good job holding off that second place position. You see Alex Huffman only 0.2 seconds back from him. So, you know, you got a lot of these guys that are still on that back bump. You see Jon Schwartz still in the picture as well. Also with Scott Fritz right behind him. So a lot of these drivers still up here fighting for it.
Yes, sir. And the way it's looking like right now, Chris, we might not get that fairy tale story that we all want to see. Those guys, at least one of those guys in the cutoff line making the surprise win or something. Right now, it's not looking that way currently, but like we said earlier, man, anything can happen, and especially in these ovals, anything can happen, and trust me, it will happen. So you got to keep your head down. You got to be focused and keep that mental game strong right now. You just got to be really, really focused on what you're doing. Any little bit of an error can kill that pace, can kill those tires, can kill your run, and can kill your day. So you got to keep that head down. You got to keep digging here. And it's a long race. Still got a good chunk of change to go here. So we'll see how these drivers handle it. We know those cars are starting to probably feel like a bucket of word we can't say. So, you know, it's starting to get there for some of these drivers.
I always say the best way to say when your tires start getting worn out, it's like driving on a bunch of wet marshmallows.
Indeed, man. It is, they're sticky, they're hot, they don't work.
Yeah, it's like I tried to explain it earlier. It's like you turn the car left, and the car points left, but the wheels keep going straight. So it's the best way I can explain it. You see the 8 Alex Huffman getting around Wyatt Brackett now. So still got a little bit of a battle going on back here. You see that 12 Frankie Barroso moving up in front of that one of Scott Fritz. So now that number 12 moving up into that 4th place position. A little bit going on, and we were watching that 46 go around a couple of times. So yeah, a lot of battle going on back here in that 2nd place position. Real quick.
Crash, Jimmy Allen, here at lap number 93, and oh my God! Oh, David Brackett gonna collect him again big time, and that is definitely gonna end the night for that 16 of Jimmy Allen. It's not sure what we just came into. There he is back on his wheels. Jimmy Allen's gonna see if this thing will fire up. He's gonna Dale Earnhardt this thing back to the pits if he has to. Oh, he's trying.
Yeah. Jimmy Allen jumped to the pits. We're going to go back and see what actually happened.
Oh, him and Kinder made contact. Oh.
Oh.
My gosh.
Oh, and David just had nowhere to go. That happened so fast in front of him. That just... All right, so what we're going to do is we're actually going to go back just a little
We
bit.
got to go on board with that 16, man. I got to see what that looked like from the cockpit. Right there.
Yeah, as you see him coming on the outside of Kendrick, looks like Kendrick might have washed up just a little bit and then just boom, and then flip.
Oh, my God. I'm going to get sick. Oh, my God. Yeah, right there, the motor blew up. You heard it.
Oh, and then that's when David got him.
Yeah, that was just a big hit. Hopefully he doesn't have a direct drive wheel. Because that was hands off the whole time if it was. Well, Chris, a wreck we have just seen in the catch fence, Jimmy Allen, man. Look at that. And then, boom. Was that Matt Grenier that hit him? Oh, look at that, Chris. They were down pit road while we're over here goofing off looking at this cool wreck. Everybody just came out of pit road.
We'll see who it was real quick, and then we'll go back. There goes a 52
15.
Justin Winter.
Nope. 22 of Robert Richards.
And then you see that just coming down there, then boom.
So you see where everybody is sitting after pit stop cycles here is looks like that 91 of Brian Smith going to pull it down pit road with John Kinder, Westwick, and Jimmy Allen, Brian Terry, and company. See Trenton Jump out there in the lead as Alex Huffman's in that second place position, third in the points. We get to see Alex Huffman up here running good. Huffy had a good run last week until some unfortunate events. Was that last week or was that 2 weeks ago? Not sure. Actually, either way, Huffman did get a sorry, I was listening to race control, but either way, good to see him back up here in the lead. Hopefully Alex Huffman can do something with it, man. He's up here purely off of consistency. We'll see if that 8 can pick up the first win of the season here tonight. That'd be an awesome win for that 8 of Alex Huffman for sure.
Yeah, I see in the YouTube chat we got Anita Scallion saying, okay, so this is simulated, but this mom is still shook up on Jimmy Allen getting taken out there. Yeah, Anita, that was definitely a crazy incident that happened there, especially whenever you switch to it and then you just see him spinning on his hood. Whew, that was, as you just said, a hell of a wreck.
NASCAR, what's up, Rylan? Glad you're here tonight, buddy. Said you were gonna watch, and I'm gonna steal your tools at work tomorrow. So yeah, thank you. Actually, I don't know if you'll be there. Crap. Either way, hey, Rylan. As we are. Oh, sorry, Chris.
I was just going to say, before we get ready to drop the green flag here, I just wanted to say happy birthday to my brother. It is our birthday today. Just wanted to say happy birthday to my brother. And, you know, so happy birthday to you, Josh. Sucks that you were born on my birthday, but, you know, hey. I guess
Thanks.
you were kind of a cool present. I couldn't return you, so I had to keep you.
Jason just said happy birthday to us in race control.
Thanks, Jason. Appreciate it, man.
Huffy just said happy birthday as well.
Thank you, Huffy.
And Schwartz.
And Schwartz and everybody else that says it that I can't say thank you. Thank you. I see Twitty in YouTube chat saying that was a crazy ride. Yes, sir, Twitty, that was a crazy ride.
All right. And the pace car is going to have those lights off. It's going to be the 46 of Trenton Jump. The 8 of Alex Huffman bringing the field back to green here in just a moment. Lap number 98 going to commence when they hit the stripe. And see that 46 getting off to a good start here again as the green flag is waving for the field. Trenton Jump going to get off to an explosive start as he is already 3/10 out from that 8 machine of Alex Huffman going out into turn number 1 here at lap number 98 as they are 2 by 2 behind that 46 machine. You see that 33 of Wyatt Brackett. The 8 of Alex Huffman is the 95 of Jonathan Schwartz and that 1 of Scott Fritz. All 2 by 2 right there. You got Frankie Barroso and that 15 of Matt Grenier sitting in that 6th and 7th spot. That's Brandon Robertson lined up in 8th, Mo Abhat in 9th, and CJ Mason running out your top 10 here as we are running at lap 99 this time by, as the 46 machine is still going to be out in that lead. We'll see how well Trenton Jump is able to manage the rest of this race. Is all these guys, again, on equal tires, as they did come down pit road while we were watching that crazy accident at lap number 94. Whoa! Got a little bit of checkup towards the back. Looked like that that might have been the 5 machine of Josh Abbey that just got almost some contact. You see that 95 of Jon Schwartz, that 1 of Scott Fritz now. They're door to door. Look at Matt Grenier. Look at that, 12 of Frankie Barroso as they're starting to pull up now to that 4th place position. Going to be trying to make a battle for that position as Frankie Barroso really needs this. Mo Abhat, you see him back there sitting next to that 55 of CJ Mason. He also needs a very high finish here tonight. Justin Winters as well. Casey Barlow, but looks like Casey currently sitting in that 11th position, so still not out of it, but it looks like Justin Winters got a tough challenge here with 67 or 66 laps to go, excuse me.
Yeah, as it currently looks like he's sitting in that 18th position, so he's gonna have to pull something out of the hat and get up there into that top 10. Looks like Mo Abhat, also one of those drivers that's on that cutoff line, doing a pretty good job here tonight. Currently sitting in that 9th position, so Mo Abhat's got a pretty good run here tonight. But we're going to go back up here into your top 3. Looks like Wyatt Brackett still sitting in that 3rd position, up 16 spots. So it's like we said, good to see Wyatt up here. Currently sitting in that 7th position in points, so he's doing a really good job. Currently sitting in that spot where he could get into the to the round of 8, so doing a good job. But Scott Fritz right behind him, one of those drivers. It's right above him in the points, looking to do a really good job. You got Jonathan Schwartz at 2nd place in points, sitting in that 5th spot. So a lot of these drivers up here in this top 5 is drivers that are looking for good finishes, but none more than that's 12 of Frankie Barroso. He needs a really good finish here tonight to do good. Also, Mo Abhat, Justin Winters, and Casey Barlow.
We're going to go back up on board here with that 46 of Trenton Jump as he's leading the 8 of Alex Huffman. Only 4/10, so we'll see if that 46 is able to pick it up here in the long run. He's made most of his gaps on the pit strategy. That 46 just seems to be a little bit of a step ahead on his undercuts, overcuts, whatever he's doing to make it work. That 46 machine has just got it all under wraps. I mean, he picked up the stage win. It'd be cool to see him pick up the victory here tonight, sweep the whole race. But right now, Trenton Jump still got a lot of laps to get it done, and a handful of talent behind him ready to get it done. So it's going to be fun to see how well that 46 Ford Performance Ford Mustang is able to hold off this pack behind him and not only race the track, race that car, but also race these drivers that are look like they're starting to pull up to him. That 8 of Alex Huffman seems like he might be getting a little bit ahead of steam here.
Yeah, as you see coming out of turn 2 there, see a lot of drivers that are driving in that single file line. That's not going to do good for people that are trying to get up here to the front, because there's not a lot of passing going on. So as you see that 95 of Scott Fritz going to be taking the outside lane on that number 1. Sorry, I might have said the 95 of Scott Fritz, but the 95 of Jonathan Schwartz taking the outside of that 1 of Scott Fritz. It looks like he's going to be able to maybe make it stick going here into turn 3. Don't know. That top lane looks like it's starting to come alive. Yeah, you see that 1 having to check up out of the gas a lot. It's going to let that 95 of Scott Fritz, Jonathan Schwartz go around the 1 of Scott Fritz.
Just scrolling through your field here, checking out some drivers. Adam Lancaster got that 52 at Justin Winters, who needs to make up some position, excuse me. It's still sitting in that 18th spot, hasn't made up any ground since we last highlighted him. So unfortunate for him. It looks like that 52 at Justin Winters kind of running into a brick wall here, and that round of 8 starting to look more and more like a dream than anything. Hopefully that 52 can pick it up here. Yeah, he disconnected a while ago.
What I was saying is, excuse me, my mic was muted. It looks like Dylan Butler in that 96 sitting in that 8th position.
Yeah, that honestly could open it up for.
Yeah, that's gonna open the door up for. I mean, Frankie only needs 2 points, and with Dylan not being here, that could open the points for that number 12.
Woo! That 33 Wyatt Brackett going to shut that door on the 95 of Jonathan Schwartz as they are racing for that last podium step. See right in front of him, Alex Huffman in that 8 machine, though. That 95 of Jonathan Schwartz now going to come back on that inside lane on that Yingling 33. We'll see if that 95 able to make it stick out of turn number 1 and 2 here, if he'll be able to cleanly clear that number 33 of Wyatt Brackett. But it looks like Wyatt Brackett just going to surrender that position and fall back in line behind that 95. As you hear him check out of the gas. He almost just hit the wall. That was a big moment right there. That 33 machine was probably just plowing for a second. It sounds like that opened the door for that one of Scott Fritz, and indeed it did, as he is now going to roll to that inside lane and look for that position over Wyatt Brackett in 4th place.
Yes, it looks like maybe a little bit of tire wear starting to come into play here. Wondering when these drivers are going to start deciding to pit again. They did pit at lap 94, so it's going to be a little bit, but you know, just starts coming into play, you know, when these drivers are going to start throwing the strategy, you know, the strategy book out there. Yeah, it looks like there's a big stack up there going on. You got, whoa, a lot of drivers there stacking up behind that 33 of Wyatt Brackett. You see the 2 of Brendan Robertson, 12 Frankie Barroso, 15 of Matt Grenier, and also that 48 of Abhat, all stacking up there. So you got a lot of drivers that are trying to get around this 33, but looks like 33 is just going to hold the lineup. It's going to open up the door there for that 12 to get around the 2 of Brandon Robertson. So now the 12 is going to be looking for that 5th place position. Frankie's doing a really good job moving his way up. Whoa, it looks like a big drive in there from that 12.
As we're starting to see some good racing here at this lap 113 section towards the mid section of the race. Excuse me. Man, I am just all over the place right now with my words. Is pit stop's not in the back of these drivers' minds at the moment. Just got a little bit before those, but we're starting to see Trenton Jump re-stretch that lead out. Chris is now it's up to his 2nd and 0.05 of a second over that 8 of Alex Huffman, who is doing a decent job to hold up there, but it looks like now that 46, as I say that, though, that 2 of Brandon Robertson, he's going to come down pit road this time, so somebody was listening to me.
Yeah, as I'm getting word from Jason, he says Frankie is definitely in at this point. If he maintains position over Mo, Justin, and Casey, then he will be in. So Frankie doing a really good job. He's just got to maintain this this good drive. They see that 95 of Jonathan Schwartz starting to work on the outside there of that 8 of Alex Huffman. It looks like Huffy's going to shut that door, though. But right behind him is that 1 of Scott Fritz. Look at that, 12 Frankie Barroso also coming up behind them. So a lot of these drivers starting to drive up into these top drivers. But like you said, Trenton Jump starting to get a little bit.
Look at that, Chris. No, look at that. That 95 got tight coming out of 3 and 4. That opened the door for that 1 of Scott Fritz. He's going to move himself back up into 3rd place. He's got Alex Huffman right in front of him. That 1 is Scott Fritz, man. He's been a secret weapon here tonight. He's just been kind of moving around the field, and right now sitting in 3rd. Let's look at that. The 12 of Frankie Barroso now going to come to the inside lane and try to make his way up into that 3rd place position. It sounds like the 52 of Justin Winters is going to pit. 48 of Adam Lancaster also going to pit that 95. Almost got to the back bumper. The 1 of Scott Fritz right there. These guys are rolling here at lap 117, man. We are coming to the stripe hit for lap 117. And this is a good little race as they're rolling on that outside lane. That looks like the 13 of Brian Terry, and indeed it is. As they're going to put him another lap down here as that 12 of Frankie Barroso leading this little pack of cars right here, trying to catch up to that 8 of Alex Huffman.
Yeah, definitely that 12 is doing a really good job. He is on the move right now. It's definitely showing that he knows his way around this track. So that 12 doing a really good job. He's got that 8 of Alex Huffman in his front sight, so he is definitely looking to move up in front of him. But I would not count it out. It looks like Trenton Jump, he is starting to pull away, though. He's got that gap up to a second and a half now. So every lap, he is slowly starting to chip away at it. Just starting to pull it further and further away. So now it's going to come down to strategy as you see that 21 John Kendrick pulling back out onto the track. Maybe pulling it back down pit lane. See the 46 woeing it up. He's coming down pit lane now. So 46, Trenton Jump coming down. Alex Huffman, Scott Fritz, Mo Abhat all coming down.
Yeah, big old checkup here. Mo Abbott's going to put himself on the strategy with the leaders. It looks like he made up a little bit of time right there, too, coming down pit road. So Mo Abhat just needs a good stop. He could be out there trying to pick up a win. Frankie Barroso is going to stay out, so this could be what Mo Abhat needs. We'll see, though. But it sounds like Frankie Barroso going to come down pit road this time.
I was going to say, maybe it was a points play for that number 12. Just get around, lead a lap, then come down pit lane. See if that 95 comes down. Yes, he does. So now Daniel Worthington's going to take over the lead here at lap 120, 167. So CJ Mason right on his back bumper. And right behind him is that 5 of Josh Abbey. Excuse me, that was the 32, Garrett Wolfenbarger. Excuse me, and then Josh Abbey's right behind him.
Just look at that run that Garrett Wolfenbarger's getting up to that 55 of CJ Mason. Is that 5 of Josh Abbey going to call his way down pit road? And woo! Daniel Worthington just going to check up and come down pit road. And that could have been hairy for just a moment. That's the way to kill the front left of a car real quick.
Yeah, as you see that 32 of Garrett Wolfenbarger having to get up to the top of the track real quick. That was a good move there from that 32. Good situational awareness, being able to see what was going on. It's a good-looking paint job there, too.
Yeah, indeed. And so that 55 of CJ Mason, also some good awareness from him. That 32 did have to step out of the gas just a tad, not really get into that car, and or maybe just brake a little bit. That 55 able to keep it woed up as well and not cause anything too serious. Those guys were just innocent bystanders there in that situation, and thankfully they were able to get away. Like you said, no harm, no foul, and look at that. You got Brandon Robertson and company running back to the field as they are trying to work their way back up onto that lead lap.
Yes, it's gonna be a pit strategy game here from these top two cars. We do know CJ Mason is one of those drivers that he
Whoa!
Yeah, you see that 55 just checking up and getting to the top of the track. He's not wanting any of that's going on. See that too, Brandon Robertson getting into the middle of that sandwich, and it was not a good sandwich to be in the middle of.
As Brandon Robertson, man, he is wasting no time. He is on that loud pedal. He wants to make it 2 wins in a row.
Yeah, that 32 of Garrett Wolfenbarger, he's actually out there doing a really good job in that first place position. You see CJ Mason.
Pitting.
Yeah, coming down pit lane. So CJ Mason's going to assume the lead here on lap 123. You see that one of Scott Fritz on a mad tear going past him. So like I said, we do see that 55 of CJ Mason, and everything that he drives in, he does
staying
like
out,
to
though. Or not staying out pitting.
He does like to shake it up, but as you hear, he's coming down pit lane. A lot of these drivers are going to get their laps back now. We're down to only 5 drivers on the lead lap. Something you don't like to see. Oh, is that 55 is going really fast. He might not have got it slowed up.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see about that 55, but right now your leader is going to be Kel Clifton. You see that 113 of Daniel Worthington blowing by, flying by, is what I was trying to say, but did blow on by that 50 of Kel Clifton. You see that 22, that is Robert Richards following in company. And so you got a good little stack up for about that 5th position on back. Trenton Jump and company, those fresh tire runners, really starting to battle it out back there as they are rolling to the field, trying to make their way back up here to this 50 of Kel Clifton.
Yeah, looks like the only drivers that have not pit right now are that 50 Kel Clifton, the 7 of John Pill, and the 24 of Casey Barlow. So these are going to be your only drivers that have not come down pit lane so far. We'll see how long that 50 decides to stay out, and see how long he decides to stay out, or if he's going to decide to come down pit lane here soon, because we do know that the 7 and the 24 are also going to be coming down pit lane, but that 24 needs every bit of track position that he can get right now.
Yeah, Casey Barlow sitting on the edge of the bubble. He needs the highest position possible that he can get. I mean, he has basically to just win this thing if he wants to be secured in 100%, because he's got some other drivers out there that are ahead of him in the points that also need that same finish. So sounds like that 7 of John Pill going to be coming down pit road this time. I want to say Kel Clifton might have called out. I'm not 100% sure, as you do see John Pill slowing up there. And yeah, looks like Kel Clifton did call out. As that's going to put Casey Barlow in the lead, man, in the hot seat. Only a handful of laps here to go. That 24 Casey Barlow, he is going to have to pull a miracle out of his hat. And he is pitting this lap.
Yeah, so you hear that 24 of Casey Barlow coming down pit lane. So that's going to surrender the lead to Trenton Jump whenever Trenton Jump gets a round. You see behind him, you got Alex Huffman, Wyatt Brackett, Scott Fritz, all of them back there battling for position. So a bunch of yellow banners back there fighting for that second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth position. You see that 95 of Jonathan Schwartz driving it on the outside.
3 wide for a moment, 3 wide. And this is not what you like to see, 3 wide through the tri-oval. They're going to make it work for the moment. That 33, that 12 dipped his tires in the grass for just a moment as they work 3 wide now. That 95 of Jonathan Schwartz still hanging that outside lane as they are rolling. This is for that 4th place position as Frankie Barroso's netted himself up there, highest of the bubble drivers. Currently in 4th, and with Dylan Butler not in the race, Frankie Barroso's pretty much set himself in at the moment. But he's got to watch out for Mo Abhat and coming in, because like we said, this is still anybody's race. That 38 of David Brackett all the way at the top of the track, letting these guys go through. They are starting to catch that back bumper of Alex Huffman here, and Scott Fritz might be trying to set up that 8 here for a move here any moment.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how these guys are going to handle this coming up to 37 laps to go. So it's going to be anybody's ball game here. This is whenever the strategies are going to start going out the window, and everybody's going to have to start clawing back and fighting for track position. Still got Sarah Mays in the YouTube chat. Come on, Justin52, get up there, son. Currently sitting in that 11th position. So Justin Winters moved up a little bit there, Sarah. So just letting you know, we got Achy Briggy in the chat. Let's go jump. And also Rob in chat, go Robertson, go. So thank you guys for being in that YouTube chat again. See a battle here going on between that 8 Alex Huffman and that 95. That 95 of Jonathan Schwartz. It looks like Scott Fritz got around the 8 of Alex Huffman there, so gonna have a little bit of a battle here for that 3rd place position.
Look at the run Frankie Barroso just got off of turn number 2, man. 3 wide down the back straightaway. He's gonna throw it on that bottom lane. 95 pinching that 8. That 8's not gonna get a good entry into the corner. That's gonna put him back down in that bottom lane. Jonathan Schwartz now gonna be 2 wide here with that 12 of Frankie Barroso, who just looked like he was shot out of a cannon in that Mark II Aerospace Chevy Camaro as he's rolling up to that back bumper of Scott Fritz now, trying to get up into that 2nd place. Frankie Barroso on a spirited run, man.
Yeah, definitely using that aerospace scheme to its fullest. Definitely got some spaceship parts or something, because he is flying through the field right now. That 12 doing a really good job up here in that 3rd place position. But he is now searching down that one of Scott Fritz. It looks like Trenton Jump. He has got a really good lead out in the lead here. Currently sitting 3 seconds in front of that 2nd place position of Scott Fritz. So Trenton Jump, he's just up here on cruise control now at this point.
I mean, it's still not over yet for that 46 machine. I mean, 2 seconds is comfortable and all, but man, you can still see those guys in his mirror. You know he's still thinking about it, but he's just trying to hit his marks right now, hit his rhythm, keep that in the back of his head. The last thing he wants to think about is those guys behind him, and he should be pretty good here. I mean, we're at lap 140, 134, 167, so we still got a good chunk of change to get through before we get to the end of this thing. But right now, looking pretty good for Trenton Jump. He just needs to keep hitting his marks, keep doing what he's doing, because whatever it's doing, it's working right now.
Yeah, we got Ben Bruno in the Facebook chat. Let's go, Scott Fritz. Good to have you here, Ben. It looks like there's a big check up there from the 12. So Scott Fritz going to get a really good run out of turn 4. Frankie Barroso is going to check up that 95 just a little bit. Maybe had a little bit of got a little tight or something, had to check up. See if that 95 can open up the door, make a move on that 12. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to do it. Maybe that 95 getting a little loose coming out of that turn. You see that 8 of Alex Huffman starting to fall back just a little bit. Going to go back through the field just to see what's going on with a couple of these guys battling it out back here.
Robertson pitting.
So that 2 doing a little bit of a pit strategy, maybe trying to undercut the rest of the field. We've only got 30 laps to go. They do know that they can make it on that much fuel. So maybe a little bit of an undercut here from that 2. See if that works out for him in the favor later on in the race. The Trenton Jump still out to a really good lead. Scott Fritz cutting into it just a little bit. Now got it down to a 2.85. So Scott Fritz cutting that lead just a little bit, but whoa, as we go up here, see that 38 of David Brackett up against the wall. Going really slow. To that 12 of Frankie Barroso, going to dive it down in there on that inside line. Cut off that 95, maybe trying to just keep him back there. Oh, as you see that 12 getting a really good run. You see that 95 starting to check up a little bit. Maybe got a little loose coming out of the turn. And it looks like Adam Lancaster's coming down pit lane now. So there you go. We're probably going to see our last pit stops maybe of the night. See Adam Lancaster, Alex Huffman, Wyatt Brackett also coming down pit lane. Justin Winters also going to pull down pit lane. So maybe a little bit of a strategy here from these guys late in the race.
Yeah, it sounds like the radio lighting up, Chris. More drivers making their way down pit road this time. This should be the last stops of the race. They should be good on fuel after this. So be interested to see as keep hearing more and more drivers come over. But right now it's going to be Scott Fritz out in the lead. As Trenton Jump did come down pit road this past time by. Frankie Barroso still going to be out. Sounds like Kel Clifton just called. He's coming in. Got a couple other drivers still in. It sounds like Frankie Barroso coming in as well. Second place spot. So looks like he's getting a run on Scott Fritz. He might race Scott Fritz into the pits here.
Yeah, as you see that 12's making a really good move going around. Getting it slowed up. So the 1's going to stay out at least one more time. So the 12's going to race that 1 at least
Mo
into the
Abbott going to pit as well.
All right, so the 48 also coming down pit lane. You also got the 15 in tow. Scott Fritz taking over the lead here at lap 141. Should be seeing him come down pit lane here before too long. We've got a lot of drivers swapping out for the lead. It's been a really good race so far, Josh. Looks like the 1's going to slow it up. Come down pit lane this time.
Has been a good race indeed, man. We've seen a lot of drivers come through the field, come from midfield, come from the from the start all the way to the back up to the front. I mean, it's just been a good race so far. Been awesome running here at Texas. Exactly what I expected here.
Yeah, I want to say that Jason Collins said this 32 was going to be one of the drivers that was going to be racing in the series next season. So if I am wrong, Jason, I do apologize. I'm pretty sure you'll yell at Josh and correct me on it if I'm wrong. But I want to say that he is one of the drivers that's going to be here next season. So if he is that who I think he is, then he is showing great talent here, being in that first position here at lap 25 laps to go. That 32 is showing really good pace. You see the 8 there. Alex Huffman pulling up to the back bumper, trying to unlap himself. You see the 95 going to split him. Going to take it 3 wide, at least for just a second.
As the 32 and the 113 both going to pit this time.
Yeah, so a little bit of strategy. Maybe we're starting to see how we're going to shape it up here at the end. You got people pitting with each other. Maybe trying to set up just for a little bit of a draft partner so that way they have somebody to work with and they're not just running around by themselves. But John Pill is going to at least assume the lead here with 24 to go. Casey Barlow right behind him. 24 doing a really good job moving himself up into that second place position as well. But Trenton Jump, he is on a tear. He's got 9 seconds gap between him and Casey Barlow, and it's just shrinking. All right, so currently your points leader, Jimmy Allen, is out of the race. Going to go through, you see Jonathan Schwartz currently sitting in 4th place. So your 2nd place position, sitting in 4th. Alex Huffman sitting in that 5th place position right behind Jonathan Schwartz, sitting in 3rd. With Trenton Jump in 4th, currently sitting in 3rd. Your 5th place position in the points is Matt Grenier, which he is currently sitting in 14th position. It's not a good run here from that 15, but hey, anything can happen here with 22 to go. You got Scott Fritz. You saw him drop back. He was leading the race there for a little bit, currently sitting in that 8th place. Sitting in that 6th spot with Wyatt Brackett right behind him in 7th in the points in 9th. Dylan Butler, also one of those drivers that's not on the track. So Frankie Barroso doing a really good job, currently sitting in 7th position. He should be able, if he was to finish in front of Mo Abhat and Justin Winters and Casey Barlow, he should cement himself into that top 8. But Mo Abhat currently sitting in that 10th position. So only a couple of spots back from that 12 Frankie Barroso. So Frankie's got to do a really good job to keep it going. Then you got Justin Winters currently sitting in that 12th position, tied with that 10th spot of Mo Abhat. So needing to do a really good job here too is that 52 of Justin Winters. And then Casey Barlow, your current leader right now, he is on the bubble, currently sitting in 12th place in the points. So Casey needs to pull something out of the hat because he's got to finish good to be able to get up into that top 8. Doing good right now with 19 to go, but don't know how long he'll be able to hold on to it because Trenton Jump is on a tear right behind him.
Yeah, Trenton Jump rolling up on those fresh tires. Got about an 11-lap tire pace difference on those tires, so he should just cut up this 24 here really quick in turn number 3 as it looks like that 24 going to go to that high lane, and there comes Trenton Jump. So new leader here at lap number 149 coming to 150. It's going to be Trenton Jump in that Ford Performance Ford Mustang, and he seems like he has just been the guy to get it done here all night. Won the stage, looking to win the race here, so let's see if Trenton Jump can do it. As he is your new leader here at lap number 150, 17 to go. Got on board here with Frankie Barroso right behind that 8 of Alex Huffman. He's got Scott Fritz all over his back bumper. Mo Abhat about 2 cars back. He's about 3 seconds back from Brandon Robertson. So,
it looks like
that 12 Frankie Barroso, yeah, going to make that move up into the top 5.
Yeah, so Frankie's doing a really good job. He's on a tear right now. Yeah, he's tracking down that 7 of Jonathan Hill. So gonna see how long it takes him to catch him. It looks like he's on a really good run here. Jonathan Hill, he's also on 23, I want to say 13 lap older tires. So yeah, that 12 is gonna be able to drive around that 7. So let's see how long it takes him to catch. Oh, it looks like Jonathan Schwartz is going around the 24 Casey Barlow. So Casey Barlow is starting to fall off with those older tires.
As it's 15 to go this time by, Chris. You're going to see those fresh tires really starting to come to life, though, as Casey Barlow now falling off to that 3rd place position. Frankie Barroso making his way up into 4th as you see him start to track down this 24 machine. So it looks like Jonathan Schwartz, Trenton Jump. It looks like Trenton Jump, though, out to a very, very comfortable lead here with about 15 to go, as he is just now hitting the stripe. 3.6 seconds off of that 95 machine. Doing a pretty good job. 4 seconds off of Casey Barlow, who is just lap by lap falling back as he's got that 12 of Frankie Barroso now, who's got that 24 in his sights, looking to hunt him down. Is that one of Scott Fritz. Still not giving up on that 12 machine, though. Those two drivers been battling out here for a moment.
Woo. See a big move there from that 12. As you see him, he's going to dive it down on the inside. He's going to pass that 24 Casey Barlow, so 12 is going to assume that lead over the 24, so now all the 12's got to do is finish the race. It looks like Scott Fritz is going to be in tow behind him. So like you were saying, that number 1 of Scott Fritz, he is plastered all over the back bumper of that 12. He is not letting him go. It looks like he's starting to catch Jonathan Schwartz just a little bit, so maybe that 12 is going to be battling it out for 2nd place with that 95 here before too long. Looks like Brandon Robertson, he's on a good run too. About to be battling it out with Alex Huffman up here. Looks like Alex Huffman's falling back just a little bit. Maybe those tires are starting to come into play.
Look at Brandon Robertson. He has got a big run up to that back bumper of that 8 of Alex Huffman. Looks like he's going to back it off into turn number 1 and 2. As he's going to get a little bit of a shot here down the back straightaway with some draft, but I don't think the 2 is going to have the time to get there. He is not. So right now it's still currently going to be Alex Huffman in that 6th spot, but Brandon Robertson doing a good job trying to get up there and work with it.
Yeah, it looks like that number 12, Frankie Barroso, he is starting to track down Jonathan Schwartz. He did have almost a 2-second gap about 2 laps ago, and now he's cut it down to a 2nd gap. So he is starting to pull up to that back bumper. Frankie's going to be giving it to Jonathan Schwartz before too long. Looks like that 24 is just going to go ahead and decide to pull it down pit lane. So Casey Barlow going to go ahead and come down pit lane here with 10 laps to go. That's basically what we saw last night, Josh. A lot of these drivers decided to wait until, 5, 6 laps to go. Then we saw a lot of drivers coming down pit lane with 2, 3 laps to go.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of strategy, man. Casey Barlow just throwing it out the kitchen sink, hoping that something did happen. But it seems like the 7 of John Pill going to come down pit road this time as well. So we'll see these guys cruising home right now as Trenton Jump out to a 4 6/10 gap, or excuse me, just a 4-second gap on that 95 of Jonathan Schwartz, who's getting caught by Frankie Barroso and Scott Fritz currently. Only 5/10 back, those drivers are.
Whoa, as we go back, you see the one getting really loose there. I think that was the 88 of Wes Wiegand.
It is.
Yeah, one of our truck drivers here up in the Cup Series tonight. Good to have Wes here with us in that 88. You see that one starting to fall back just a little bit. They got that 88 in between them. Maybe did a little bit of a split, but look at that. The 12 is all over the back bumper of the 95 now. So maybe Jonathan Schwartz is just doing a little bit of a save move. Because Trenton Jump has nobody to worry about. Like he has gotten so far in front of everybody that he can pretty much just coast through the turns at this point.
Yeah, Chris, and here with 7 to go. This is where the intensity is going to get cranked up for that 2nd position on back. Jonathan Schwartz is going to have to do his best here to hold these guys off. He's got Frankie Barroso, Scott Fritz, and Alex Huffman back there just kind of hanging out, who's ready to pounce at the opportunity of one of these guys getting into a big situation. 4 seconds back is he. Right now is it's looking like that all Frankie Barroso, Jonathan Schwartz. So for that 2nd place spot is Mo Abhat. He's going to be in that 6th spot, trying to work on that 5th spot from that 8 of Alex Huffman currently. Here he goes, Frankie Barroso to that inside lane. The 12 and 95, they are going to be too wide coming out of turn number 2. We'll see if that 12 able to make that pass stick. That 95 looks like he's got a decent little run on that outside lane, but that 12 just getting a good launch off that bottom lane. He's not clear yet, but we're going to go into turn number 3 and 4 and see if that 12 can do the same thing he just did on that 1 and 2 side of the racetrack. with that great exit. Is that 95 going to hang it on that quarter panel, try to slow that race car down just as much? Still not clear. 5 to go this time by.
Yeah, that 95 of Jonathan Schwartz, he's doing a really good job of hanging on to that outside lane. We do notice that the outside lane has started picking up here during the race, but look at that, the 12 all on that white line. Painting it, just trying to make every little bit of grip stick. But that 95, he's still getting a good drive out, so that 12's probably having to check up just a little bit. And that's allowing that 95 to stay in the gas just a little bit longer as you see, oh, good drive out from that 12.
It's coming to 4 laps to go. I don't know why I said 2 laps. Coming to 4 laps to go this time by. That 12 of Frankie Barroso, that 95 of Jonathan Schwartz. Still got this side-by-side battle going, Chris. This is the race you like to see. And that 12 of Frankie Barroso trying to get as high of a position as he can. As it looks like he might be clear for a moment here. He is. But it looks like that 95 going to come back. That one is Scott Fritz still just trying to experiment, find the grip, find where he needs to go. But he is clear. That 12 of Frankie Barroso going to put himself clear of that 95 of Jonathan Schwartz.
Yeah, let's see how long that number 1 of Scott Fritz decides to work on that 3rd position.
Ready to go.
As we're going to ride on board here, this is your closest battle for position. As we
as well, look at Scott Fritz.
Whoa, Scott Fritz is going on the inside. As you see, Trenton Jump's just up there cruising, doing his own thing. We're just going to ride on board here with this 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place position. You see that 1 of Scott Fritz going to dive it down on the inside of that 95. Let's see if he can make it stick. He saw that 12 do it, so let's see if the 1 can do it as well. See if that 1 can walk away with a podium here tonight.
2 to go, and they are door to door. This is for that final podium step here tonight. As Trenton Jump out in the lead by about 4 7/10 on these drivers. And then right in front of them about 5/10. It's going to be Frankie Barroso. Look at that. Big time for the 95 as it looks like the 1 got in there hard with him. And they are still too wide coming down the back straightaway for that final podium step.
Well, it looks like the 1's going to have to tuck it in behind that 95. Let's see if he has anything.
46 is going to grab the white flag this time. White flag for the 46.
Yeah, as you see him up there just cruising by himself, not having any kind of adversity going on right now. As we're going to go back here and look and see if Scott Fritz can do anything with that 95. Doesn't look like he's going to have anything to offer him, but anything could happen here with 1 turn to go.
Yeah, he doesn't. Looks like he's not going to have just the space to do it, man. Looks like he is going to wheel it off. But Chris, if you want to go back up on board, coming to that checkered flag, it is going to be Trenton Jump picking up the win here at Texas. Frankie Barroso going to be coming in at 2nd. Jonathan Schwartz 3rd with Scott Fritz. 2/10 off that number 95 machine up Jonathan Schwartz. He's going to be picking up that 4th. Alex Huffman going to be picking up that 5th spot with Mo Abhat in 6th. Brandon Robertson going to be in 7th with Wyatt Brackett in that 8th spot. Garrett Wolfenbarger going to be picking up that 9th spot. Daniel Worthington in 10th. Matt Grenier in 11th with Joshua Abbey in 12th. Justin Winters in 13th with Adam Lancaster in that 14th spot. 15th going to go to Robert Richards. CJ Mason going to be in 16th with Casey Barlow in 17th. Kel Clifton in 18th. Wes Wiegand in 19th. John Kinder in 20th. John Pill in 21st. Brian Terry in 22nd with David Braggan in 23rd. Ryan Smith in 24th. Jimmy Allen 25th with Dylan Butler rounding out your field in that 26th position. But we're going to go up here because this is that Ford Performance Ford Mustang. It's the 46 of Trenton Jump, and he is giving it a burn out of his life. This is another season win here for that 46 of Trenton Jump, picking up his 3rd win of the season. And that's going to boost him up just a little bit in the points going into the round of 8. And, you know, that's going to be some more confidence heading in later in the playoffs for that 46 machine of Trenton Jump.
Oh, man, the grounds crew are not going to be happy.
As we are waiting for your drivers in the post-race staging area for the post-race interviews. Said it will be Trenton Jump, Frankie Barroso, and Jonathan Schwartz. We will be having a word with tonight. That'd be your 1st, 2nd, and 3rd position drivers. So let's give these drivers a moment to cool down, get a drink, maybe stand up, use the restroom, as that was a pretty decent little race there. We just had pretty long little race, but right now we're just letting those drivers take a second to cool off before we get to these post-race interviews. Looks like Frankie Barroso is in and just waiting on about two more drivers, and we'll be ready. So, Chris, you got any words before we hop into those interviews?
Yeah, it was just a good race from these guys tonight. Like I always say, it's always a lot of fun to watch these guys race. And it looks like Trenton Jump did a really good job. Good job to Frankie. That was one hell of a drive from that 12. And then also Jonathan Schwartz, the guy that we had in the booth last night. Good to see him up there in that third position. So Frankie Barroso doing his best to finish in the position that he qualified in. So good on that 12. Definitely showed good drive, but Trenton Jump showing that he just pretty much had the ability to drive the track, get away from everybody. I don't even think anybody could see him on the track. So that's how good that Trenton had a good, if I may, jump on everybody. So pretty much that's all I got to say. Just another good drive from these Bluegrass guys. It's always a lot of fun. I'm ready to go into the round of 8 next week.
All right, Chris, and it looks like we've got our interviewer people thinking driver guys ready. Don't know what I'm trying to say, but hey, we've got Jonathan Schwartz, we've got Trenton Jump, and we got Frankie Barroso all in the staging area. Let's go ahead and bring in your third place finisher, Jonathan Schwartz. Have a word with him, see what he's got to say. Jon Schwartz, Chris, and Josh up in the Bluegrass booth. You got a copy, buddy?
I got a copy.
Hey, man, last night coming out of the truck race, you were up here in the booth with us. You were telling that you were hoping to pick up that victory here tonight. Us be talking to you, and not the commentator way, but in the race way. But hey, still picked up that third place, man. And I just want to talk to you about that early run. It looked like you had a lot of speed in the early run. It was had the opportunity to go up here and maybe run some laps in the lead, but there towards the late run, once the tires filed in, seemed like that race car just not handling like maybe you wanted it to. Take us through what was going on in that 95 machine, and if you think you had anything left in it to go up there and run for the win here tonight.
Yeah, I just have to say that was probably the most enjoyable and infuriating race at the same time. I just, there was, like, before the race even started, I knew track position was just going to be so important. And I thought I would not be surprised at all if the winner was just going to come from the front row, because it wasn't particularly hard to pass. It was just the way that you had to form up a pass burned your tires up so bad that if you were able to make the pass, you're probably going to suffer in the long run. And so if you could just have track position to start with or on a restart, you're going to be in really good hands. And so I started on the inside and outside a few times, and on those restarts it worked pretty well. But I felt that just on the long run, like if you got stuck behind some guy, you just weren't able to do anything. So I just kept looking for clean air to try to make some moves, and I was happy that last run went green to the end since I didn't have any more tires left. But yeah, Trenton was just on another level, and he and I pitted on the same lap, and he was still able to gain time. So I mean, congratulations to him on that win. But I'm just happy I was able to pick up that podium.
Well, Jonathan, you did a good job here tonight, man. We know we had some adversity. I think I want to say 2 cautions the whole night, stage wreck and the wreck with Jimmy Allen. But either way, man, you were able to pick up that third place finish here tonight. If you've got any final words, or shout outs before we let you go tonight and get on with the rest of the interviews, you can go ahead and throw them out there, buddy.
Yeah, I just want to thank the sponsors on the car, Phoenix 7 Racing, GTR Simulators, RS Bun Boxes, and Chris Vale and all Trip Valley Motorsports for, I'm so happy that Jon was able to come and race today. I mean, I think he was able to, he was struggling a bit, but at least in terms of hopefully helping me as a teammate, maybe holding up some of the leaders when he was getting lapped. So I guess anything that could help me, but yeah, I'm happy to get the podium, and hopefully we can continue on the success throughout the next few weeks.
All right. Well, hey, Schwartz, congratulations, man, and going into the round of the 8, we're going to be having our eyes on you, and hopefully we'll be having more of these interviews here in the future. So we'll be seeing you next week, and again, congratulations, buddy.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
All right. Have a good night, man. All right, so we're going to go ahead and bring in that second place finisher and a man who just got himself into the round of the 8 from the cutoff, Frankie Barroso. If it'll let me move him. There we go. Frankie. This is Chris and Josh in the Bluegrass booth. Do you have a copy, buddy?
I believe I do.
Yes, sir. All right, we got you. Hey, man, you just netted yourself into the round of 8 with that finish. and picked up a dang good run off of it. You qualified on that outside pole, and Frankie, it seemed like you were just having trouble all race, keeping it up in that second place position early on at the start. You fell back a couple positions. You fell back a little bit there in the mid race, and you just had to work and beat your way through to get up here. And you did a dang good job doing it, Frankie. Picked up that second place. Number one, how does it feel getting yourself into the round of 8 off of just a good run here tonight? And number two, how was that car feeling coming through the run? What was making you fall back just a little bit? And how were you able to get it back up, get that head down, and keep rolling?
Yeah, so firstly, off the start, I just wanted to take it easy. Just, we're not in a 15 lap race, we're in a 167 lap race. No need to, win the battle in turn 1. No need to fight for it. We still have a long way to go. But the outside lane, especially on restarts, was very inferior. Just because, with the cup cars, I don't know, it just the outside lane, it just builds so tight off the corner that you just have to lift. But yeah, I would think that the car felt like really, really good. I don't know if I was saving more than the others, but I definitely, for whatever reason, after, let's say, lap 15, could really catch guys one by one and just try to be smart with my moves. No need to just, if it's there, then it's there. If it's not, no need to panic. Wait till the next lap to make a move.
Heck yeah, Frankie, man. You sounded like there was no panic in that race car, just calm and collected, and that's what that 12 machine needed tonight. You were able to net yourself into that round of 8, man, and that's awesome to see. Last night we saw Daniel Worthington pick up the win from the bubble spot, and it's good to see another one of those bubble drivers netting their way in, man, and working hard to get at it. So good to see you, Frankie. Going to be able to continue on into that round of 8, be able to see you with that yellow tail and that yellow banner next week. So excited to see that. And again, congratulations, buddy. That was an awesome race we got to see from you tonight, and you showed the art of racecraft, man. Just taking your time, being patient, like you said, and just goes to show you don't have to, like you said, don't got to win it on lap 1, man. There's 167 laps to get it done here tonight, and you did exactly that, Frankie, and showed the field how to really do it, man. But if you got any final thoughts, any final words, final shout outs before we let you go here tonight, go ahead and throw them out there, Frankie.
Yeah, I think I maybe was the fastest. I don't know if I was, but yeah, kudos to Trenton. He got the strategy point on. Track position so key here, and he looks like he took tires before the stage, and he just rocketed through everybody, and he was in a different zip code today. So yeah, congrats to him, and also thank you to Bluegrass for holding a incredible league. To be quite honest, incredible. And yeah, thank you to also Reese Kelva. I don't know if you're watching, Reese, and Texas Family Racing for the support they've given me throughout my time there. And yeah, just thank you to Jason again for running a great league.
Yeah, Frankie, glad to be able to talk to you up here in the booth. It's a privilege to get to talk to you guys every time we do, and just glad we were able to have these words with you again, Frankie, and congratulations on that second place run here tonight and getting yourself into the playoffs, man. And we'll be seeing you next week, and good luck in the rest of the playoffs, and keep that head down, man. You're looking good.
Thank you, and happy birthday to you, Josh and Christopher. Happy birthday.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
Well, Frankie, you have a good night, man, and we'll be seeing you next week.
Thank you. Have a good night.
All right, and that was Frankie Barroso, that second place finisher. Sorry, Chris. Okay. All right, and we're going to go ahead and bring in Trenton Jump, your first place finisher. Have a word with that 46 machine. Trenton Jump, Chris and Josh in the Bluegrass booth. Do you have a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, man, and woo, just got to say, man, I'm feeling heat, man, because you were burning them boys up out there. It's starting to get hot in the booth already, man. Trenton, you were just, like Frankie said it best, in a different zip code tonight. It seemed like early, we noticed you took them tires on that one caution before the stage where everybody was just taking fuel. It seemed like you were just taking them boys to school out there tonight. That strategy really played out for you in that 46 machine. And once you got yourself up there, you started in 12th. It seemed like there was no looking back after that 46 got into a P1. Tell us, walk us through that early strategy. What made you decide to take tires that everybody else was going for gas, and how it felt just setting that car up in the late run, and how it just really came to you. You looked just like a natural out there tonight at Texas, and it just seemed like this was your track here tonight.
Yeah, believe it or not, I thought this was gonna be my worst track. I've not really been good since the reconfigures happened, but I kind of joked with my buddy earlier. He's like, good luck. He's like, it's gonna be tight. He's like, you're not gonna do good. And I was like, nah. I'm like, I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm gonna have clean air. I'm gonna be out front. But called my shot on that front. But no, it was just the early strategy that we pulled. It really helped us all. I mean, I think Scott got fourth, and I think Mo ended up sixth. So it helped us out in the long run because I think we realized that we had plenty of sets of tires to be able to pit and run our strategy to the end. We just needed enough green laps, and we ended up getting them. So, but yeah, well, I mean, really wasn't no hard battles I had to do. It's pretty fair sailing as long as it just stayed green. So, and it did.
Hey, that's something we always love seeing, man. There's always those races, not only on the racetrack, races on pit road. You got your big brain strategies sometimes, and it seems like you and the boys definitely pulled it out of the hat tonight, and it worked, man. That 46, like we said, that 46 Ford Mustang, just looked like it was on rails, man. That thing was just moving around here tonight, and you really had it hooked up, and it was good to see you pick up that third win of the season, Trenton. It's always a awesome job when you get out there and win a race. You always seem to just put on one heck of a show, and again, just tonight, another awesome job from you, man. I'm over a 4-second gap coming to the checkered, and 46 machine was just digging. It was good to see you pick up another victory here tonight. If you got any final words, final thoughts, final shout outs, anything before we let you go tonight here, buddy, you can go ahead and throw them out there.
Yeah, just want to thank you guys for broadcasting. Fearless leader of this league, Jason Collins, for putting this whole deal on, and Justin at That Color Teal Designs for painting the car.
Heck yeah, Trenton. Again, thank you, buddy, for taking the time out of your day to come here and have these words with us. We know it's late and everybody's wanting to get off, go to bed, but hey, you picked up that win here tonight, so we know that adrenaline's probably going to be running for the next 30, 40 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
To be keeping you up. So
for sure, we're getting hot at the right time. So,
well, hey, Trenton, it's another, just again, pleasure to talk to you again, buddy. And hey, we'll be hopefully talking to you here again soon, maybe next week. Who knows? As we roll into next week into the round of 8. Congratulations on that third win, and have a good rest of your week and a good night, buddy.
Yeah, you too.
All right, be seeing you, man. All right, and I think per Chris, we are bringing Jason Collins. He wants to say a word right quick. We'll have to see what he has to say. Oh yeah, he's going to be bringing in the points. Okay, sorry about that. Jason, Chris, and Jackson Booth, you got us, buddy?
Yes, sir. What's happening, fellas?
Not much. Knew you said you wanted to go ahead and throw those points out there to the fans. So whenever you're ready.
All right, let me pull that up. So after tonight's race, top 8 are going to be James Allen, Frankie Barroso, Wyatt Brackett, Scott Fritz, Matt Grenier, Alex Huffman, Trenton Jump, and Jon Schwartz. Those guys are going to be running to make it into the top 4 for the next 2 weeks. And I'll have everything finalized later on today with their wins and everything, all their extra bonuses they get added. But as of right now, that's the top 8, man. So big shout out to those guys for running hard all season. Those are correct as of the end of the round. They will not reflect the start of the next round, however.
Okay,
the start of the next round will be different based on points being added for bonuses that I haven't applied yet.
Okay, so right now, then, the points that are currently sitting on the screen are not correct, but those are the drivers that are going into the round.
Well, they're correct for the end of the round, is what I'm saying. That's the final 8 for the end of the round. That's the way it'll be going forward. We'll be adding more bonus points, like the regular season champion. They'll get those points added back, because that's how our playoff system works.
Okay.
We reset the points. They'll go to like 2,500 next, and then after the reset at 2,500, they get 5 points for each win, and 15 for winning the season championship, 10 for second, 8 for third, and so on. So
10-4.
all the way back to 10th. So that's pretty much it.
10-4.
All right. Well, Jason, thank you for going over the points with us, buddy. Giving everybody, the fans, that knowledge and information. We appreciate that. You are good to move wherever you want to. I can't remember what channel I pulled you out of. So if you want me to
That's
move
all
you
right.
back again.
Happy birthday, fellas.
Appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
Good job tonight.
Thank
All
you.
right, thank you, Jason.
All right, no problem.
All right, and that was Jason. You see me just kick him out of the booth, Chris?
I did.
It's like, hey, get out of here. We don't need you no more, Jason. Get out of here. Just kidding. Love Jason. Again, thank you to all the guys who wish us happy birthday. Heard him in the driver chat when Jason called it out of a race control. We had a couple of drivers. Didn't catch all the names, but just heard a bunch of happy birthdays. So appreciate all that to those guys, and appreciate you fans out there, man. YouTube guys and gals, moms, dads, brothers, sisters, whatever y'all are. It's just fun to have y'all out here. Got co-workers from work now watching this joint, so it's just good, man. It's starting to become a big old family we got here, not only in the chat for Facebook but for YouTube as well. And these drivers, man, just becoming one big old family here in the Bluegrass, and we enjoy seeing you week in and week out. And also, big old shout out to Buttkicker. They should call that the Trenton Jump, man. They should give him that nickname right there, because he definitely butt kicked some boys here tonight. But yeah, big shout out to Buttkicker. You should hit them up on buttkicker.com. And if you're not sure what a butt kicker is, and you're thinking, man, what are these guys talking about kicking butt for? Well, that would be the Buttkicker Gamer 2 that adds instant immersion to any game. Unlike a subwoofer that moves there, Buttkicker I always say that wrong. Buttkicker products move actual mass, producing a haptic immersion. It's powerful and accurate. So experience powerful bass even while using your headphones or a gaming headset. So you don't even got to use it like a normal speaker, because guess what? It's not. It's just bass, man. You can use your headphones and your gaming headset still. Get that immersion. But also, the Buttkicker 2 easily attaches to standard center post chairs, so you should check them out at buttkicker.com and get that 20% off discount, because we know everybody loves them discounts with code Bluegrass iRacing. So again, thank you guys for hopping on here at the end of the season, and it's just going to be a big thank you from me and Chris to all the Bluegrass family, all the guys and gals that joined us in the Facebook and YouTube chat. Make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, and we will be seeing you next Tuesday for the Truck Series, 9 p.m. And this is going to be me and Chris signing off from the Bluegrass booth. So good night, and we will be seeing you folks next week.